No,
Randy's
way cooler than Ben. Ben is like an adult Butters.
Hang on. No. Actually, we need to actually talk about this real fast. Let's add this to the podcast topics right now. If we were each a character on South Park, who would we be?
Kenny.
You're not Timmy.
No, Kenny.
Oh, Kenny. But you're not dead.
I have the worst luck imaginable.
Technically,
That's why I called him
Butters.
Butters.
Actually, I agree with this statement.
That's why
now.
I called him Butters.
Yeah, he would be Butters. Everyone knows it's Butters.
Well, that's me. Jumping in puddles, skipping down the hallway, petting goats at petting zoos. He loves John Alway.
All right, so we got Butters, we got Kenny. Who's Connor? Who's Connor? Help me out here.
Ike.
What?
Yeah.
No, you're not Ike. Try
No,
again.
he's Ike.
Because he's Canadian.
He's the Canadian one. He's Ike. All right, let's start.
Connor's
Who's
just hit his
starting it?
face. All right, I guess I'll start it. Fuck it, whatever. Hi, welcome back to Memento Morons. It is so good to be here again. I am, as always, everyone's favorite last second bring on to the podcast, Erika. Great to talk to you all again. With this, we are joined by the most illustrious, the fabulous, the greatest person on podcast ever, Connor.
Wow.
He was not ready for that. Then, of course, we go to, our man, our boy, Mr. John Wick himself, Ben.
What's up?
He is not John Wick. John
I'm
Wick
gonna
is
let
cool.
him,
Wife says
I'm gonna
otherwise.
think
I'm
he's
shaking
John
in my
Wick.
boots.
I'm gonna let him think he's John Wick because it makes him feel better. Then, of course, we have our Master 420 over here, Matt.
Hey, I don't smoke as much anymore. I just drink more to make up for it.
Great answer. And then, of course, we couldn't do this without the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. D's Nuts himself, Dalton.
I've had so many compliments today. Thank you. Like, it's been all day with me. I feel great.
And then we're
You
joined by
should,
some
bud.
idiot robot named Justin, whatever the fuck. That records everything because none of us know how to do this shit.
Cyber Craig.
No, I can do it. It's just this one does multiple tracks, and I'm just like, yay, it's a lot easier.
How do you call it Osmo just to add to today's joke?
I am. Dude, yeah, call him Osmo.
All right, I'll call him
I am
Osmo. I'll call him Osmo.
All right, apparently today's recording bot is now called Osmo.
Yes.
Dalton, you're a man that loves to tell us exactly what we're doing and try to keep us on track. What are we talking about today?
I've been very terrible about keeping people on track lately, but I'll do this.
People were just saying, everyone's giving you a lot of compliments, and then you just throw it right back at them.
I mean, it has been
more. He wants more.
It's been a great day. I have a hot ass Asian chick who said I was handsome. I had a dude who said I was super young. It's been a good day.
I'll tell you what. Here, I'll stroke that eagle a little more. I love the beard. Have you trimmed it? It's a nice beanie. Those blinds. They somewhat fit the room. It's a little dark. It makes it really seem like you look like Gerard Khalil, the completionist over here.
I have no idea who that is.
Exactly. But our fans will get the joke.
Possibly.
Our two fans.
Hang on. Are those fans both Canadian? We might be in trouble if that's the case.
No, one of them's just Matt.
Is the other one the person that on the third episode was trying to hit on all five of us? Does that person still follow us? By the way, remember the one that DM'd you those photos?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. The moment she did, Dalton's like, "You have terrible tits." Like, Jesus Christ, it's like our first fan, and you insult her to her tits.
Oh well, she
fantastic
insulted
tits,
me.
you motherfucker.
Just because yours are slightly bigger than hers. Calm down.
Hey, you know what? I appreciate mine, and I do not know how to turn this into dark mode. Anyway, so what we'll be talking about today is not so mainstream terrorist groups that are kind of off the wall and not many people know about. Off the wall conspiracies, some crazy ones that most people don't really talk about. End of the world predictions, good old monster talk. Just talking about our favorite monsters and shit. And then chapter 3 of Connor's journey. And the first technical topic was who in South Park. I think we had it recorded.
Yeah.
It's been recording since I got in here.
Yeah.
Question real fast. Is this actually a video? Is this video also being recorded?
Yes, I told you.
Perfect.
That's how
You're
we
gonna
do
love
them
what
now.
you're gonna love what I do then.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
God damn, it's so fucking
Better be-
bright.
Better be Princess Peach porn. Bring it on.
Peaches, 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 peaches.
Peaches.
I saw a video where she was Futanarian with that weird little pink thing with the little sucky mouth.
Birdo.
Dude,
Hang
it was
on.
like super hot for some weird shit.
Hang
They
on.
were
Would you?
slapping cocks.
I was about to say. All right. You mentioned that our first topic was what was it? Terrorist groups you don't know about.
Yeah.
Not there. Yeah.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna get us on the FBI watch list right now.
Democrats. Bum, bum, you got them. In your face, Democrats. Ooh,
I'm
we're
gonna
coming
be
at
honest.
you.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna come across as most Americans today. I think both parties are extremely fucked up and we're in trouble.
It's the
But
same party. A quarter's
Everybody-
still a quarter if it lands on heads or tails, man.
I mean,
That,
to be
that
fair,
guy right there smoking the weed is right on the money.
So,
But the
Connor,
Dos Equis hat.
so
I was
Connor,
gonna say to be
Hunter hat. There's all of them.
Oh.
Just be
Oh,
louder
yeah.
than them, Connor. Just be louder
Oh,
than
it
them.
is the hunter hat. That's awesome.
to be fair, the parties were reversed in the past.
there you go.
There you go.
Jeez,
there you
say
go.
it. Don't spray it.
It's
Well-
weird that the Canadian knows
Sign
more about
on the
that
back
than
of
we
the
do.
car said "Critters of Hollywood." You dumb fuck.
Well, actually, no, I
To be
tracked
fair, y'all talk a lot and are really loud.
Yes, that's
So,
why we
thank you.
started a podcast.
Yeah, and then Matt has said it before. Talk over
Connor,
him.
yeah, Connor already looks like he's not even here. So
Yeah. And by the way, I have a question for y'all real fast. Is it scary that we're actually seriously considering somebody for president that might be behind bars before the actual election?
He
I'm
might be
down.
6 feet
dude,
under
we
before-
already
I'm down for it,
elected.
too.
We put
He's-
Donald Trump as president. Anything goes now.
Let's go.
Here's the thing. This is actually just making it a lot easier. If he wins the presidency and he's in jail, we've already solved half the problem. He's already put himself behind bars, so we don't have to worry about putting him behind bars when he does something illegal.
All right, I will have to be right back.
I gotta
It's
go.
only, it's
gotta
only
go
gonna be like,
find some darker shades. Sorry, these aren't.
you know what?
Cool
I'm
enough.
going to. I'm going to.
You
No,
gotta go get a bigger knife.
Actually,
Oh, boy.
no. I gotta do one phone call because I'm on call. 1 second.
Nope. That's fair. We can continue without you, don't worry.
So Ben's a piece of shit. We all agree, hands down, biggest piece of shit. Look at him.
What a-
He's got to
what a
open a
pussy.
second door to get his butt out.
When he takes a shit, it has to fucking literally go through a cave system to get out of his ass.
Yeah,
I'll
his
tell you what,
shit-
actually-
his shit needs a passport.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna give him a third title from the South Park franchise. He is the new kid's dad. Oh yeah, call me a bitch. Call me a bitch.
That's him. He is a bitch.
Ben,
Get
Ben
outta
is the
here.
biggest bitch.
All right, so that's
Biggest-
actually a topic now that I'm done doing my stupid memes. Does anybody actually have an unknown terrorist group nobody knows about?
I,
Yes.
I have one.
Let's go to the Canadian first. Actually, I really want to hear this. Is it the
Okay.
Mounties? Please say it's the Mounties.
Let me actually move my mic because it's been away from me. I apologize.
Didn't you just say earlier get past the Canadian part? Jesus Christ.
as a character,
Go ahead.
So they're called the Terror Fist, and they're kind of a.
you
don't have
had
enough-
me go. I was like, he's gonna drop something I've never heard, and like, we invented that.
Hang on.
Hey,
I'm
wait,
gonna need
just so
more
everyone
of
knows,
this
we
now.
didn't actually invent a terrorist group.
No,
No, we
I
did.
need
Fuck
more
the
liquor for
government and
this
fuck the FBI.
Okay. Connor, tell us more about the Terror Fist.
So they're a small-time group, but still a troublesome one nonetheless. They make a habit of kidnapping bitchy exes and fighting a Mexican man and a man whose parents they killed.
They killed
my
parents.
They killed
they killed the parent. They killed my parents. Terror fist.
Well, this just took a fucking turn. You know, Mr. Terrorist isn't in the fucking collar right now.
To be fair, what happened was Rambo and the very, very valiant Robert Tussin went up against a Terrorist Canadian, and it was an outrageous moment. Robert Tussin got injured.
I'll
He
be
became
right
a war
back.
hero.
And then Rambo abandoned him with the girl they
Be right back.
rescued to go do Robitussin.
Yeah, and honestly, it was the worst thing Robert Tussin has ever gone through, and eventually he's gonna kill Rambo.
Yeah, we're still waiting to resolve it. These are, just for your information, these are shitty Rambo movies we made that are on YouTube years ago.
For those who don't know,
it just dawned on me right now what the joke was when Connor got up and left. I'm like, wait a minute, he's talking about the Canadian terrorists. Ben,
The worst part is,
Ben, welcome back. We were just talking about. Ben, welcome back. The first item we talked about, terrorists you don't know about, is the Terror Fist, the Canadian Terror Fist.
Yes.
That you shot in the nuts.
Ben's like, sorry, I was off listening to Bad Company by Bad Company. I had to. I'm sorry.
At least it was.
on the album Bad Company.
At least it
in
wasn't the
fact-
5-finger butt punch version. Okay.
thank you.
So,
I mean-
in fact, the fact that the new Terror Fist is actually a regime of several different countries of the same person. It's outrageous.
It is.
Like, it's like he's talking to himself in different accents.
Yeah, it's like a Medea movie, just outrageous.
I also have a terrible tolerance to people who don't know who Batman is.
Oh yeah,
You know,
Are you
Batman?
ignorant?
you know Batman.
Are you ignorant? It's awesome. I want to make the third one so fucking bad. God damn it.
No. Oh, he smokes a lot of weed.
Yeah.
Actually, I haven't had weed in forever.
But yeah, no.
Oh.
So the Terror Fist is a group that needs to be watched out for, and maybe someday we will see them finally get destroyed. Maybe.
Only if you slap like on a like and subscribe.
I have proof. Biden.
We all have proof.
Ben-
Oh,
Ben blows. Dude, I can barely see your fucking shit, man.
Ben
Just
blows
Say what you're trying to say.
It looks like he's typing it into Pornhub too, since it's like yellow and black.
Look, here's the thing. I'm trying to do the Wayne's World bit over here. It's just like, you know, on the back of the fucking like cue cards he has, it just like says like, this guy blows goats. I have proof.
Anyway, so I actually do have a terrorist group that is not well known, and it is called, I don't speak Hebrew, so I'm going to fuck this up. It's called NACOM, or however the fuck, meaning revenge in Hebrew.
Oh.
Anyway. There was a group of Holocaust survivors who were sent to, at the time, what was called mandatory Palestine, because, you know, they had to just take over Palestine. I'm echoing off of Erika there.
My noise
I don't
suppression is on.
No, it was
Are you
Erika.
Erika?
Erica.
Yeah, Connor. Anyway, so what happened was these people were super mad at the Germans for obviously their shit, and they were trying to poison the water supply and kill 6 million Germans. Innocent Germans, nonetheless. And the only reason they got caught was because of some British dude who was just like, is that arsenic that you have in your barrel? And then they just like threw it overboard into the water anyway, which I don't know why they threw it into the water.
But arsenic? No, we don't even know what arsenic is. It's not kosher. I mean, I don't know what it is. What are you talking about?
And then they just tried to go and poison a bunch of SS officers right afterwards during the Nuremberg trials.
Nuremberg.
Yeah, Nuremberg, whatever.
Nuremberg. There's
Nuremberg.
an R.
Nuremberg. Hamburg.
Suck
No.
my Dickenberg.
Sorry, I choke on small objects.
Hey, at least your breath will be fresh.
I doubt
Because
it.
it's the size of a Tic Tac.
Boom!
But it's also his dick has barnacles on it, so.
But anyway, so yeah, no, they tried to literally poison and kill like all of Germany and completely failed entirely. And I just picture a bunch of Jews being like, "Oh, hey, this is very heavy. We can't really do a lot." And then
it really hurts my hands every time I pick it up. What am I gonna do?
Jedediah, I don't want to hear you complaining. We've got work to do.
We have a sugar nut and get your young cousin that's really buff.
Oh, it's just so hot out here.
I told you to.
It's so hot out here.
I told you not to wear your jacket outside. It's too hot and it absorbs in the light.
Oh
So you might as well just go duh after that.
Oh my god, my crotch smells like gefilte fish.
So I want to say something off of this real fast.
What's up?
This is interesting. You start with Jews, and only because I don't know how many people know this, but there's actually a movement right now to change the meaning of anti-Semitic.
Is that a new gender too?
It's like the battle toaster with AK-47s. No, it's interesting you saying this because it just reminded me of this. That a lot of people in Israel are trying to change the meaning of anti-Semitic to say anybody against the state of Israel.
fuck
That's
Israel.
not what it used to fucking mean.
Fuck Israel. Fucking genocidal ass motherfuckers. We had people genocide us, so we're gonna genocide, a bunch of people for fun.
Honestly,
But
how it goes.
it blows my like anti-Semitic's a real problem in this world, and now they're trying to change the meaning to say anybody that doesn't believe in Israel being 100% Jewish is anti-Semitic.
Everything's changing. They're literally making pedophilia a sexual orientation.
yeah.
Like it's happening. Shit's like you can't.
Yeah.
All it takes is the tiniest little crack, and then the floodgates are open. You can't.
Sounds like pedophilia.
You can't close Pandora's box.
You know,
Yeah, you
there's
got your freedom, you got your shit, but everyone else gets to get their shit now. And you know what? Not everyone is a good person.
And
there's somebody in the United States Senate right now that is very vocally on every news outlet right now. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, saying that white nationalists are not racist.
Dude, there's a fucking movie called The Sound of Freedom that just came out that's about like people hunting down pedophiles.
And they are trying to censor that film, which is fucking weird that they're trying to censor
watching it where like, oh, the movie fucked up, or the fire alarm goes off, or no, we didn't put air conditioner in there, so you'd want to leave. Like they're literally, oh, if y'all can just come back, we'll give you free tickets for another movie. Like fuck you, I'm gonna sit and watch this during this fucking fire alarm because y'all did that shit on purpose.
You know, QAnon backs that film, so you shouldn't believe in it.
Yeah, no, that's
not even a thing anymore. They're pretty much a terrorist group too, right? Hip Hop Anonymous.
QAnon is just
QAnon's not anonymous though. There have been a known terrorist, white nationalist terrorist group for years.
No, QAnon's just a bunch of fucking dipshits that spent way too much time online and decided to, be stupid.
We are anonymous. Expect us.
No, it's different, Connor.
To be fair, Anonymous will fuck your life.
They could.
Like they will. They'll do it.
They will fuck you up.
Like the whole fucking war in Ukraine. Like Anonymous has been literally finding like hacking into Russia's shit and fucking up their shit just for fun. Like it's hilarious. I absolutely love everything they're doing over there.
By the way, other unknown terrorist group, the Wagner Group apparently is now a terrorist group.
The Wagner Group.
My apologies, everybody.
That's perfect.
We need to do a November 5th episode about Guy Hawks.
Anonymous invades Memento Morons. Gone sexual.
Oh my god!
Yeah, look, everyone, he's blowing me.
Matt gets raped by Anonymous.
Hip Hop Anonymous.
Somehow we've gone from podcast to podcast.
You guys have the easy ones.
I'll drink to that.
It just gets better now with the glasses.
All day, every day. They're pressing right against my eyelashes though, so it's like.
We all need fucking Guy Fawkes masks for.
We really do.
Well, this one's an actual mask. This one I got on a gas mask bong. You put it on the gas mask and you light the bong, but you can't see the bong when you're doing it, so I took it off. And now I have two of them.
Fair enough.
So let me tell you about when I was a young boy and tried to blow up Parliament.
Oh, speaking God, I fucking love it.
Do you remember the 5th of November?
Yes, Granddad. Now let's get you back inside.
Hey,
chasing the slums.
Come on, Granddad. We're gonna go out back like all the other now.
All right,
to blow up Parliament.
all right, you conundrum of
Jesus.
cocksuckers. Speaking of blowing
Uh-oh.
shit up, anybody ever hear of a terrorist group that's homegrown called the Weather Underground?
That's like the NWA for white people, ain't it?
Nah, dude. It was a far left Marxist militant organization that was active from 69 to 1977.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
and
He's
they
like
fucking
77.
That's when Star Wars came out.
That's why I said nice. Clearly,
Yeah.
like
that was
Yeah.
a fact I totally knew.
You know what? I just thought of a terrorist group that none of y'all are thinking about.
Well,
So-
Ben's currently in his.
The LGBTQ.
yes,
No, what's Ben's done about his? I got one.
Alphabet Mafia. What? They're a thing.
No,
that
Dave
is-
Chappelle calls them the alphabet people, which, by the way, I'm one of the alphabet people, and I support him.
I do too, but even then, the only reason there's a pansexual is because you don't want to call yourself a male or a female. Now it's like,
No,
this is
that's
the same thing.
pansexual.
You just want to
pansexual-
things.
It's
Everyone wants
like
to fuck things.
It's like
No.
bisexual with the fucking extra steps.
Exactly. That's all it is.
Pansexual is nothing more than bisexual people who want to feel special. Okay.
Can I just fucking say that?
We just all said
Actually, pansexual is when Brock used his frying pan as a drying pan.
Now, pansexual is what happens when you don't like banging pots. Okay.
Pansexual is people who watch Dragon Ball GT way too much.
pots and pans.
That is called something else, Dalton.
I just want to say right now, Memento Morans has an extra trans member on the podcast, and this is all perfectly okay. It's like the black friend rule.
It's the
Yeah, I mean, you're trans, I'm bisexual. We're allowed to say shit about it.
And that guy believes in the Norse pagan mythology, where we got all the bases covered.
We also have a Canadian. Like,
Yeah, that gives us pass to say the N-word.
no, Seal
Ninjas.
gave us pass to say the N word.
Ninjas.
Ninja
Ninja, naughty nillies, and
To be fair, Connor gives us the H word pass. We get to say hoser.
Hey, no, we get to say Hosa. He's only allowed to say Hoser with a hard R.
Hold on. You're all getting it fucking wrong. I live in Indiana. It's called Hoosier.
Well, they say hoser.
Yeah.
And we say
Also-
Hoosier.
Also, Matt, you just reminded me of the fact that recently I watched bits and pieces of Black Dynamite when it was on Adult Swim, and I watched the episode with the ninjas. What you talking about, ninja?
Oh, hell yeah.
That's the greatest episode.
Anyway, I had a friend recently tell me that we can't stay on topic, and that's the only reason she listens to this.
That's actually a great reason.
Hey, we're doing great.
She's more like guidelines to a
You know what?
bunch of drunk maniacs.
You know, I'll tell you what. Here, I'll help us get back on topic. So let's talk about how every elite college in America is now a terrorist organization that can't use affirmative action as bullshit anymore.
Yeah, if you're a bunch of people wearing boat shoes and polos and you buy tiki torches, guess what? You're a terrorist group.
Boats and shoes.
What?
Yeah, I need to go burn my
You
boat shoes
remember
now.
the people with the tiki torches? They got like totally fired from their jobs for being at like a racist march.
Yeah, that is different from what was mentioned, though.
No, it wasn't. Same exact thing.
No, because you're talking about colleges that basically say if you're white, then get the fuck out. If you're Asian, then come over here.
You see, Matt,
Or
what
no,
you
if
said
you're Asian, then
earlier.
get the fuck out.
If you are with the Asian culture, you could come on in. We were over the Asian people.
What you
It's
said
like-
earlier, Matt, about Ben talking about how he thinks he knows everything. It
It's
works.
because
No,
Ben right now
motherfucker.
Ben looks like he's wearing those Jinko parachute pants right now. That's what he
Okay,
looks like. He only listens to Korn in high school.
I did listen to a lot of Korn in high school.
I just want to say real fast, he's Canadian. He can get away with saying this.
But no, what I meant to say was they set a standard. If you're white, you have to meet this standard. If you're Asian, you have a harder standard, and if you're black, then you have a lesser standard.
Yeah, if you're white, you're right. If you're yellow, let it mellow. If you're black, don't attack. Hey man, there's there.
And if
I
you're
thought
brown,
this was
Yeah.
black or smoking crack. Now I'm gonna get banned from this podcast.
Dude, we say terrible things. You're not gonna get banned from us.
dude.
You know what? I think
One
Dave.
gets banned, we all get banned.
I think Dave Chappelle has it right when he's just like, this whole heroin epidemic. I understand it. give a fuck either about white people.
Fuck it.
Now they understand how we feel. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
that's right.
that's why we gave them crack to help.
To be
destroy
fair, I don't care about anybody except for like a few people. So
Well, I mean,
Yeah, we're all on the call with you.
No,
Sure.
he don't care about me. I want him to hate me. That's how I masturbate.
I just
Like,
hate
hope
all
no one
the.
hates me.
I just
hang on,
hate
hang on.
all
I
the.
thought the mask was blowing you.
No. I just hate all the fucking times I have to edit out what he says.
Oh, damn,
Me?
there's a three-way. There's
No,
a
I'm
three-way
not,
going on.
I am
over here.
not the worst one here. Oh, Matt. Oh,
What? You're talking to me? I'm confused. Sorry.
There's a three-way going on over here, and it's
I was about to say. I
me.
was about to say. Hold on. You don't have to cut me out. I don't say all the time. Matt's the one who says all the time.
Just type it, you fucking black son of a bitch.
Pop suckers.
And looks like a hacker in a '90s movie.
It really does.
Wait, Matt,
Typing furiously like I'm in.
Matt, that one fucking movie from Netflix, Hacker Man. He's the greatest hacker
Yeah,
ever.
he's a hacker, man.
Power glove engaged.
He looks like a drug dealer on an
I'm
80s
in.
fucking PSA.
But even better, he just has everybody's password. He doesn't actually hack it anything because he doesn't know how.
Now, see, I'm like a hacker. I'm like a hacker from War Games, but if you pan the camera, you see I'm just doing this bullshit.
He's hacking the music with keyboard cat.
Here's I have to say this real fast. Ben actually looks like the standard hacker, but if you look at Matt, all I think of is just fucking the Cleveland show's like version of Die Hard. It's just like, hello, where the fucking Pac-Man on this fucking thing?
Fucking love the Cleveland show.
That Die Hard bit they did is just great, where it's just like he doesn't know how to hack. He's just banging the keyboard against the computer.
I feel if you're hacking, there would be a lot more clicking than. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of typing, but like you didn't click on anything.
God damn it, Connor! What the fuck are you doing with Toshi?
Keyboard
Yeah, I'm
cat.
not gonna do that to my dog, who's currently laying next to me.
Don't be such a pussy, Connor.
Oh,
He is what he eats.
Okay, anyone else have a secret terrorist group?
I don't even think Ben was done with his.
How about you, Vin Diesel?
He was saying his.
Yeah.
Family.
I am Groot. Also, the Iron Giant guy, Groot. Iron
is
Groot.
But no,
I've got one
basic.
last secret terrorist group.
But hold on 1 second. Basically, the Weather Underground is essentially a more violent version of all the bullshit that's basically going on right now.
Do they listen to underground music?
No, they listen to the Velvet Underground.
They might have listened to Rage Against the Machine if they fast forward into like the 90s.
So you do what they told you. Dun dun.
But like they had this thing where it's let's see, there was a point in time called the Days of Rage, which was a protest about the fucking role of the U.S. in the Vietnam War and shit. Did a whole bunch of shit there. They it actually happened in the state of Illinois.
But can they read?
Probably
No,
not. It is the state of Illinois.
So no. Okay.
I will say we're playing off of the South Park heavily on this.
Oh
fucking
yeah, of
podcast.
course. That was definitely right out of there.
But yeah, no, like
My
I
bad.
can't read. This type of- I do have one last terrorist group. No one's got anything else.
He's still saying it.
Let's see.
Well,
Greenwich,
I can't pick up on his eye visual cues because he decided to hide them like a fucking bug.
I know, right? I'm like lost.
Look at the fuck, look at it, like he's like, oh look at me. Like I take off my glasses so it doesn't fucking glare.
I like
No.
the glare. I
You
need
know,
to see.
You know, ironically, with these, if I stay on the outside long enough with the sun blaring, these become sunglasses technically.
It's called transitions.
transitions.
Yes, and I love them.
I thought that was Erika.
I was
No.
trying to
I
find a
put-
funny way
I
to
need
say
to-
that.
Legit,
Thank
I'm
you.
happy for you, bud. That was a legit clap for you.
I put tiny Ericas in my lens.
That
no,
sounds
like-
gay.
Whoa.
It's so you can
I
just
mean-
go.
But like, you know, so you got the fucking Days of Rage in freaking Chicago, Illinois. You got the You got the Flint War Council, which
Flint War Council? That just sounds lame. I'd make fun of
it
them.
was. Yeah, it was a fucking.
I bet the water's pretty terrible.
I don't know. There's Nazwa. Erika!
Crack smoking.
No, we were doing this earlier.
Smoke crack.
We were doing this
gotta hold it
earlier,
up.
like, and then she was pretending to finish a cigarette after doing it, like.
Oh, but
Just
no.
get like a super thick cigarette.
Hey, guys.
No, hang on. It's like the fucking giant shake weight.
Hey, YouTube. 69 was 10 episodes ago. All right.
God damn.
It's always
Ben.
16 on here, bud.
But yeah, no. So they had the fucking.
IQ points.
I'll be right back while he's finishing this.
They had a thing called the Flint War Council, which was basically a gathering of the fucking weather underground in Flint, Michigan. Basically to
I don't know if I don't know whether or not I believe this.
It happened. It took place between December 27th to the 31st in 1969. Decisions were So
69.
yeah. And then you had the New York City arson attacks, which happened in 1970. You had the Greenwich Village townhouse explosion, which happened on March 6th of 1970. They even had a fucking declaration of war on here. Like, it was. Oh, they even bombed the Capitol building.
Okay, so technically you could add a Timothy McVeigh in there, couldn't you? For his he blew up something. He was always listening to Bad Company.
Ben, I don't see the mention of Flint, Michigan, but you are right.
The Flint War Council. It was stationed in Flint, Michigan.
Why else would it be called Flint unless it was like Flint Lockwood from a Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs?
There was a picture there was a video I saw of a lady who was running to a truck of Karen, and she was running just like that fucking dude from Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs.
Flint Lockwood!
Oh, the fucking cop. Okay, yeah.
Who'd you think we were talking about?
The black one?
The
Yeah.
black cop.
Oh no, you don't, Tia. Get back in there.
You know what's funny? After I forced Toshi to do the keyboard cat thing, he didn't even run from me in anger. He stayed by my side and asked for pets.
He was like,
Don't
"Father,
do that.
I like to do the cat thing."
Ben, I'm saying if you could somehow get a bit of that beat to play when I'm making Tochi do it, if you can, do it.
Making him do it.
Well,
At least I'm not saying the N-word, like those two.
yeah.
Yeah.
I did not say the
Yeah.
N-word.
Yes,
Yeah,
you
you said something about the.
I did not say the N-word. I said
Yes, you did. Yes,
All right. We're done with that. Now let's flip it. Okay, there we go.
Fuck you! God fucking damn it!
There he goes. Look at him.
shit?
if you guys haven't, there's a farting queen on fucking YouTube. Farting king on YouTube.
Erika, you came back at the worst time.
She looks like
I
a
think
pretty
you came
mermaid.
back at the best time.
She.
What you didn't see is she
So
also put on the blue pubic
pretty.
belt too.
Oh, so pretty and witty and gay.
Hey,
That's not wrong.
You're muted, dude.
yeah,
You
you're
got a
a
lot
muted
more to
fellow.
this bad boy.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it still has
Hatsune
dry,
Miku joins Memento Morons?
yeah, it still has dried cum up right there, right there.
Ooh, sorry, Connor. I didn't clean this up from last time.
Oh god. All right, so yeah,
I like
New
how
York's-
Dawn is on our page. Like I'm waiting for her to actually listen to us.
No.
Oh, she can't because we cuss too much.
I know. I kind of really
She
wanted
taught
to
me how to cuss.
I really wanted to look at Mom and be like, "Hi, Pot. Name's Kettle."
You should have.
Yeah.
It'd have been funny.
but
Yeah,
yeah,
that would have been like, you're black.
to finish it up though, the two most high profile things that they did was bombing the U.S. the state capitol and the Pentagon.
Seriously,
did
who
that
hasn't
too.
bombed either of those
We
things?
did that too.
Yeah, that's literally the first thing we did as a friend group in high school.
Yeah.
What?
You're
Who
a
hasn't done
fucker.
that?
You don't remember? You're dressed in the same clothes.
Look,
They were
me and
they
my
were more loose
people-
than him.
Me and my people did it in 1812.
I knew.
Oh,
Something about dumping tea outside of something or whatnot.
that was the 70s, 76.
You know what? It was a bitch move, but Connor, I'm still drinking Crown for you.
Why?
Because it's fucking Canadian whiskey, you dipshit.
Oh, I'll buy it. It's fucking from Canada there. You know what,
Alright,
Connor? You should
I'll
fucking
drink to that.
All right.
I'll
Nigga,
drink to that. Hold on.
he's just drinking water.
Ben, put your shades back on.
I actually just
I'm
remembered.
gonna make fun of him more because he took them off, so you might as well just fully commit.
I actually just remembered this.
No.
I just remembered this video. This woman who's like, "Can you drink a shot of tequila without, like reacting?" And you just see this guy come up, get a glass, and go. I was out of tequila, so I used water. That's it. Didn't say anything else. Just used water.
We all sat there and waited in anticipation for him to say the lamest fucking thing.
Dude, we just watched the new episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they were bowling against the girls, and then they're like, all right, fine, test the strength. Who's the more, strongest? So the girl, it's one of those punching machines. So she kicks it, gets like an 800, and then Dennis is like, of all the powers that make me a man, and gets a 999. He's like, I just broke every bone in my hand. All right, y'all need to make some noise because I'm gonna scream and I can't hold. Never mind, I'm just gonna scream now. He was so calm about it. I just broke every. It's pretty much jelly in there. It's just jelly. Okay, Erika, where's your terror fist group?
Yes. The final terrorist group I had. FBI, I hope you're listening in. It's all of us in this call. We're the secret terrorists.
What? That's what to tell people, man.
Not until we make the goddamn movie, bitches.
Allah Akbar.
Yeah, with the war in Vietnam, man.
Wait.
This was absolutely worth me starting this.
Oh Lord. Well, if there's crazy terrorist groups, there's got to be some crazy conspiracy theories.
Memento morons.
This
Man,
is
I've never
Memento
seen
Morons at its finest. I'll
I've
tell you
never
what,
s-
here.
I've never seen Connor ride a skateboard, but he did just ride that Segway pretty well.
Fuck yeah.
Do you know what? Here, Ben Dalton, I'm going to help your podcast just a little more. If we go up substantially in listeners and viewers and whatever the fuck you actually follow these days, I'll add more to this ensemble the next time I'm on.
You better come out dressed like Rabbit eventually from Steam Powered Giraffe.
And then just do
Yeah,
a
how-
full-on transformation from rabbit to
How
bunny.
about Jessica Rabbit instead?
Erica, go full Monty.
Python?
Fuck's full Monty. I'm going to need more on this.
Butt
so-
naked, ain't it?
Yeah, so you know how there's Magic Mike? Basically, Canada had its own version called Full Monty, where it's basically just like these grown men who needed money, so they started dancing for women, and then literally at the end, they go full Monty, just drop trout.
Oh, hey, bud, I'm sorry I'm showing you my dick here, and it may be an inconvenience for there, bud, but I'm just going to be doing it for some money there.
All right,
Yeah,
Jose,
I'm just doing the helicopter.
about it, eh?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. Here, you got this on recording, and I'll say it now. If your viewership goes up substantially off of this episode, I will add more to this for the next time I'm on.
So that's 2 viewers. If we get 2 more likes, will
If
come
we
out
get 4
naked
people,
in
I'll tell you what,
blackface.
I will
with,
come out in makeup, a corset top, whatever the fuck people ask me to wear.
Sure.
God damn it.
I
More
just
power
added.
to you.
I just added 1,000 LGBTQ subscribers to this podcast. You're welcome.
that's a terrible idea.
They
Yeah,
would
'cause
they
it's
would
a
get,
great
we'd
idea,
get canceled.
bitch.
They'd be like, they're totally right.
They said for like the 8th time.
bitch, god damn it! I gotta edit this so we don't get canceled. Boo boo.
Make sure this makes it into the podcast. I'll say it a third time. If the amount of subscribers goes up, I will add more to this fucking ensemble the next time I'm on camera.
Matt, to be fair to Ben, he has a very hectic work schedule, so we don't know if he'll get the time to edit all this.
Actually,
I know he does. Like I work fucking 12 hours a goddamn day, 7 days a week. So shut your fucking mouth.
You guys are working?
Haha.
Have you finished my painting yet, slave?
I started on it again last night. I started adding black.
Oh, okay.
Work.
It actually made me really mad. I got some black where it shouldn't have been. I got fucking mad. It's not ruined or anything, but I'm gonna I need to take artistic style with this to fix it, or I'm gonna kill myself.
Matt, you're fine. The little additions I did mention, though, the whole blood splatter and stuff you want to add, like I said, go ham.
Oh,
Maybe
at
I
the end,
should
it's
keep
gonna be
my
real blood because I'm gonna be so mad that I fucked it up. I'm gonna be like,
Yes, real blood! More authenticity! Real blood! Erika, for context, I think we fought this monster together. Do you remember the Abominable Snow one that had the ice stuff?
Yeah, the Gasarog, yeah.
He's painting that for me. That's where it's at so far.
And watch he's gonna make that thing look rabid as fuck, and so when it's foaming at the mouth, that's like.
yeah, I think his name's like Bowser or something.
I want him to! I
Yeah.
want him to go crazy with it. Like, I like Monster Hunter, but sometimes I wish it was a lot more gory at times. Like, go ham.
Yeah.
I don't. What was our second topic? Oh yeah,
Off the wall conspiracy theories. My conspiracy theory. Dalton likes fish.
Actually, I don't.
I'm out. Can't handle that.
What? Nope.
Hang on,
Nope.
hang on. Do you like fish sticks? Do you like fish sticks in around your mouth?
World.
No.
So what you're saying is your nut. That's actually really fucking clever. I didn't even notice him move off screen. I just saw it was just move.
Perfect.
I'm gonna leave those boots there forever, dude.
You actually, here's what you do. You actually hang the boots behind you, so it looks like somebody's hung themselves behind you.
No, I mean that'd be funny, but I would bust my head every time I moved in this room.
Are those steel toes?
No,
Oh, okay.
those are still my fucking basic training, like first issue fucking.
No,
boots,
those aren't
man.
steel toes. They're
Oh.
toes he stole in them.
No,
Actually,
that,
I just signed up and got 2 free pair. Honestly.
yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
yeah. Go ahead.
conspiracy theories. I don't like fish.
Okay, now I hear you echoing again.
Oh no, I keep hearing about
Lonely
Erika.
girl, I've been so sad down, couldn't understand why.
Sorry, it's the extremely sexy hair I have now.
I don't know why I keep hearing myself echo off you.
That's okay. That's okay. If I run into the issues while recording, I'll
Yeah.
just mute that section. No
Yeah,
problem.
Ben. Oh, okay, that's fine. That's okay. But we say piss off at us. Oh god damn it! Oh no! Whatever will we do? However, I'm texting a really hot Asian chick. It's really awesome.
Dalton is fucking.
A
Ben,
great date.
Ben, cut that out when he said, cut out him talking to an Asian woman.
Connor?
Cut it out.
No. No.
What I'm saying is that so if you splice this together just right, it'll say he's talking to.
I think everyone said it so far. Nice.
We all have
Hey,
now. I just added to
Hey,
it.
How you can't say fucking school? Why
I
is
am
that
not the bad guy.
No, it's Cartman. Fuck.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
don't call
know.
me fat, you fucking Jew. Did you say the F word? Jew.
Oh my
No, he's talking about
god.
fuck. You can't say fucking school, you fucking fat ass. Why the fuck not? Dude, you just said fuck again. Kenny.
How about
See, it's okay.
I ask you to lick my balls? How about you lick my balls, Mr. Garrison?
You know what? I think this has been just being the kind of guy that lets trans people get away with everything. Because you're letting Erika get away with it, but you won't let me get away with
She's
it.
allowed to say it. Then, like I said,
No, wait, Erika can't say it. She's trans. What are you gonna cancel her?
I'm not letting anybody get away with it because all y'all motherfuckers are gonna get fucking censor beeps. God damn it.
Except for Connor. He has been a very good boy today.
You know,
Very
yeah, I'll
good
let him
boy.
say it. So you,
Dalton's just saying
I
that
didn't
'cause
go
he's in-
say it.
you said the hard R, so you said it. Yeah,
You
yeah.
said the hard R plenty of times that he hasn't beeped.
Here, you know what? I'll do it, okay? Are you ready? Are you ready?
He's not gonna say you're a bitch.
Posers raping schizos.
Okay, it's in.
Oh
Hold
fuck
your-
yeah, bud. Let's go. Anyway, I have a
Oh, yeah.
That's not something that anyway, it's the we're not from Earth theory is that, you know, like humans aren't from Earth, but the thing is white people aren't from Earth, Europeans. So the thing is like with us, we don't really meld well with the planet or like the sun and how everything reacts to us, because you know how we get fucking sunburns like it's nothing, most of us anyway. And then, you know, we have more back problems, we have more susceptible stuff to other things that other people don't. Like, you get Africans, right? They don't burn really like easily, obviously, because they're high melanin, all this other stuff. But the theory is that we're not from here, is that we're from a different planet. That I'm gonna fucking mute Erika completely.
She said nothing.
Yeah,
She was miming me. I know, I saw it. Can't just let her get away with everything. But anyway, so it's a theory that I don't know. I haven't seen it very often. I've only seen it once or twice. That we're not from here. That we landed about the same time that the Neanderthals ended up dying, and we're the reason why.
There's actually a movie that
Holy shit, white people were the asteroid that took out the fucking dinosaurs, man.
Like the
That's a little bit further back. That's like
Oh my
millions
God.
of years ago.
ban
Holy
white
shit.
people murdered your family.
White people were the spaceship that took out the Neanderthals, man.
That is that was a conspiracy theory that I've heard some time ago, and then I've expanded upon. And it's like that's why there was a lot of like white supremacy shit for the British. Were going around thinking they're better than everybody and taking over the world.
I mean, of course
It's like
y'all
you
burn
just-
a lot because y'all decided to build castles and live in them.
Not me.
Of course, none of us have. We're all fucking pansies anyway. Yeah, we can still
Well,
do
I'm
shit,
not
but
British.
if it's slightly hot, we're like, fucking hang outside.
That's
I mean,
all
God.
he cares about.
If my fucking Wi-Fi goes down, I'm like, this is the worst day of my life. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's fine. You get away with it. You're brown. It's fine. But
fucking shit. I don't bitch about it being hot. I just get up there and work.
God, you look like
Also,
such a fucking
Tim's the
cringy
kind of
TikToker
guy
right
that
now.
will take a dump 300 fucking feet in the air.
Question:
Oh yeah. What's up?
Doesn't it get colder the higher you go up?
No.
Yes.
I
Well,
don't know. I've been pretty
yeah.
hot and still pretty hot, man.
I mean,
Think about it like
when
this.
I worked in a fucking build like a 20-foot story, 25-foot story high rise, no windows, felt fantastic. 110 degrees on the ground,
But here's
but
the
300
thing.
feet in the air, a little different.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Connor. Like down below, yeah, you'll get the humidity and everything because of all the unkempt fucking weeds and shit and all that. So you'll be sweating more. But whenever you get up on that tower and it's a clear fucking sky, the sun is beating on you like fucking Mike Tyson on a bender.
It's beating on you like Ben's parents when he was a kid.
Yeah, kinda, honestly. But and
Me too,
also-
bro. Let's be
also-
abuse buddies.
fuck yeah, abuse buddies.
We're
hell yeah.
abuse buddies.
That
But,
reminds me of a whole different story I'm not going to say on here.
Also, whenever you have to take a shit,
Just drop trowel and let it go.
I told my fucking coworker that was at the ground level, I was like, consider this your air raid siren, get in your truck so I don't hit you.
By the way,
Lance on his windshield.
fun fact, everyone: Ben took a shit off a tower.
I just said that.
Pray and
shit,
pray,
sorry.
bitch.
I'm so sorry, Matt. I didn't hear you. I apologize.
Matt's over here like, no one listens to me.
God damn it, we can't read that
that's way
shit,
too
dude.
that's too much.
Oh,
Okay,
hold
I
on.
do not
I do not
subscribe to his bullshit. No
Now
buoy.
enjoy the manifesto on how trans people are the
Greatest, shittiest people on earth and should kill themselves with respect. They are dumb and gay and queer, and we should not respect them. I don't know why you would type that out, even though you're part of them. That's really fucked up, man.
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's
dude?
super
Yeah.
fucked up, bro.
The best part is I didn't even fucking read it.
Oh god.
I couldn't
So-
see it. Erika,
so-
you're muted.
I've
You're
actually
muted. Or we can't hear you.
So I will say this was actually working out great until you stopped following the script, because it talks about how amazing trans people are, and at the bottom it says, "Now look at Dalton as he says something stupid as he realizes he's reading this out loud."
And I wasn't. Everyone else was.
I know, it's just like shit. I originally had Ben as the answer, and I said, "Nah, Dalton's gonna read it out loud."
Now,
No, here's
Damn it, I was wrong. It was Ben.
here's the thing. You don't know Dalton all that well. Dalton is shown
Good
something
answer.
to read.
Good answer.
If Dalton is shown something to read out loud, he's gonna look at that and be a natural born contrarian and be like, "Fuck you! I don't want to read that out loud.
I don't wanna
no,
read
fuck
that."
you."
I'm not gonna do that. I
With
hate
me-
everybody, except for when I'm happy when a girl talks to me, then I forget how angry I am at everybody, because, oh,
Dude.
look,
I
love
still
doesn't exist.
hate people, but she's a
I
hot
hate
ass
people
Asian
with
chick.
He hates people with a smile right now.
I'm hotter than that Asian chick though. I got blue hair.
Oh my gosh! No, you're just another fucking barista at Starbucks.
He's got 3 different businesses. She has a real estate business, and she owns a winery. So
Oh wait, real estate. Okay, I need to hit her up.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
wait,
fucking
we're
brought
following-
with you.
We're
He
following
fucking
the
brought
trend.
with you.
Ben!
We're following the trend.
Oh,
Ben is
yeah.
fucking Italy that Dalton
No,
had sex with.
Ben is the biggest piece of shit, dude. Ben is the biggest piece of. I talked to a woman, and this fucking dumbass ass motherfucker over here goes off and he's like, I'm gonna talk to her too. And then he has this like great online persona, and they're like, I like this guy. And then they realize he's a piece of shit.
Hey, Dalton, real fast. You cut out there. Could you say that? Could you say that thing real fast? It started with an N.
People are bad.
Most people are bad.
Keep
You
the
are good.
people
Keep
who
people-
are good. Bars, son. Connor got bars.
And Dalton, I was talking about my side hustle. You fucking
Which
bastard.
is being a male
Yeah,
prostitute
yeah,
for the
fucking
pussy.
sure. Side hustle. Yeah.
Okay, Ben, to be fair to Dalton, you timed that after he mentioned talking about the new friend he has, and you're like, oh, I should hit her up.
No,
That
real
moment.
estate. I said real
He
estate.
did say real estate, but also sweet conspiracy theories, guys.
Yes.
To be
God
fair,
damn.
my conspiracy theory is that Ben is trying to get me to not love with anybody by trying to hit on and fuck every girl they like. So
I have one.
So,
That I predicted the Sharknado movie series.
actually, I've been curious. as to ever since you mentioned
Enlighten
the
us.
let's hear it.
So the
Shark
reason I say this is because 3 times I remember having dreams about sharks, but here's the thing about it. I never could picture, because in those dreams, I usually see sharks flying or just swimming at me in the air towards me. And it wasn't until I decided to watch Sharknado finally that they moved the exact same way they did in my dreams. And a part of me was just like, did I dream of Sharknado?
Maybe that's a personal.
Simpsons did it. Simpsons did it.
You want to...
I'm just gonna start saying Connor did it. Connor did it.
He's the Simpsons in that.
Actually,
Con-
Dalton, don't you have a conspiracy theory about me?
Oh.
Connor is a witch.
A warlock.
Connor.
Witch doctor.
No,
more
no,
like
no,
it.
no, no. The thing is, and especially in D&D
Witch
style, witches, they give hexes on people who do bad to them. Connor has done that several times. I have seen it and witnessed it multiple times.
Well, there's if he's actually putting practice out there when someone wrongs him and like ripping up a photo, say I bind you to do harm upon yourself, then yes. But if
He doesn't
something
do it on like
then
that. It
then
just
he's
happens.
not. That just means there's a spirit of vengeance that follows him.
A warlock would
Because
make sense.
he's not doing it maliciously. It's just
Or actively.
whatever spirit's following him. Like, how dare you treat my
Erica.
friend like that? And they go and mess their hair up real quick.
Yo,
They
can I
trip
get
him a
that
lot.
spirit's? Can I get that spirit's number? I got some work.
I'll hit you up later.
The
Erica.
spirit of vengeance comes to you to fuck you up.
Wait, is it just Ghost Rider? Is he gonna like appear by my shoulder and just be like, "Sup"?
He's like, I'm Nicholas freaking Cage. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm a sexy cat. Oh, oh. Sorry.
Anyway, Erica, when I picture the witch doctor thing, I just picture the one from Diablo 3. Someone wrongs me, I'm just like,
I mean, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's how necromancers actually. It's a lot of clicks and whistles and low growls and high squeals, and you gotta like surround yourself with the dead, wear dead men's clothes. Like, I know nothing about necromancy.
I'm gonna fix that statement. Connor said witch doctor. You went straight to necromancer. These are 2 very different things.
With the
witch
Look.
doctors serve undead. Necromancers have the undead serve them.
Connor, there's a much better way to do this. You see, necromancers are like the antagonist of Army of Darkness, the Evil Dead film. Witch doctors have friends on the other side.
yeah, they got this song like I told the witch doctor that
Just go listen to that Disney film. I got green, I got friends on the
Oh, I
other
love that song.
side.
It
That's a
still
great
kills-
song.
It still kills me. Go ahead.
Ben looks like the guy who's in the back of a party who's just mad that his girlfriend's talking to another guy.
He looks like a military background character.
He really does look like a
He looks like
All right,
looks like
guys,
the
we got
character that-
Shades on comms. You need anything, you contact Shades. Got
it
it.
looks like the character the DM tries to get you to talk to in the tavern.
Wait, actually, I have a great idea for what I should call. Hang on. I'm gonna do a bit here real fast. Beat. Otacon, pick up. I need your help, Otacon.
Snake? What's up?
Otacon, help me. My ass cheeks keep clapping every time I take a step.
Move very slowly and deliberately.
Thanks, Otacon. Oh shit, I've been shot!
Snake!
Yeah, Ben looks like the guy in the meme who's standing in the corner like they don't even know I'm a big piece of shit.
They don't know I'm actively stealing girls that Dalton likes.
Motherfucker!
Maybe if you just move faster and had actual game.
I know exactly who Ben is. Ben is what the FBI agents use as an FBI agent. That undercover agent could be like, that guy over there.
Yeah,
he's
Ben looks
FBI
like
agent.
an undercover cop right now. Like, you guys have any drugs to sell? I am in the market for the drugs. I have the money for the drugs.
Can you
I'm
give me
real
drugs?
hip. I'm all about that.
You want to sell me the drugs? Give me the marijuanas. I shall do the dose of the
I'm going
marijuanas.
to get closer to you. Don't worry about my shirt. I'm opening it because it is hot.
Ben
What
looks like the
other
kind of guy.
Jeez.
Ben looks like the kind of guy that would end up at Chris Hansen's house.
Whoa.
If I talk
There's one of
anything,
those who there's one episode where some dude brought his like fucking 5-year-old along with him.
what?
He brought his child and all the people behind, like, dude, he brought his fucking kid. What do we do? Like, sit down real quick, please. Why you have a kid here?
Because I honestly wanted him to have a play date. Like, I wanted to honestly have fun and play around.
No, Matt, fucking shit.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Damn it!
You were gonna cut that out anyway. You might as well cut this out too. Welcome to the episode of Bleeps, everybody.
We're gonna sound like a fucking MTV fucking TV show.
It's gonna sound like a fucking song that was made radio friendly.
Dude,
Just
like
one
when
of those days where you don't want to.
Dude,
Everything is everything.
Connor, I literally rebought that album back when Hastings was still there not too long ago, and I didn't realize I bought the edited version. The first song on that is "It's a fucked up world, a fucked up place. Everybody judged by a fucked up face. It's a fucked up mom, it's a fucked up dad, it's a fucked up cop with a fucked up badge, fucked up job." Like, but it was edited, so it's a up job, up life, kid, knife. I was like, I broke it. Like, dude, I wasted money on an edited Limp Bizkit CD. That's funny you brought up Limp Bizkit because I was like, dude, exactly.
I only have one conspiracy theory, like a legitimate one, but I'm pretty sure it's a famous one. It's the whole, is Mark Zuckerberg like a lizard person?
I mean, if he is, then there's more than Mark Zuckerberg as a lizard person.
True,
Yeah.
but he just really does not help his case at all. Like,
he's not. He's a weird, like, translucent. He looks like one of the ghouls from Fallout.
Honestly, no, he looks like a fucking android. Like,
He looks like Data from fucking Star Trek: The Next Generation.
the fact that Matt said that, I
I
fucking
don't
love
even
that.
watch that show.
Oh my god!
Okay.
I just figured it out. Ben is missing one piece from being a very iconic character right now.
ooh.
Ben, yes, actually, Ben, that's perfect. Hold that pose for a second. All right, so why do they call you Soap?
Fucking modern
Remind me
warfare.
of
God damn it.
Soap.
You need juju on the plate.
Ben,
evil cousin.
You know, honestly,
You
your
need the
best
booty
defense
hat.
is be Ghost.
you need a boonie hat.
To be honest, agree with me though. If he was wearing the face mask but had everything else still, the sunglasses,
happened?
the headset, everything, he'd be Ghost.
What happened to Matt?
Matt?
What?
Matt?
Matt is doing some.
Your
Matt is
cam-
taking drugs to the nth degree, apparently.
Your
He
camera
froze.
bugged.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
Matt's
right.
been very good about not doing drugs.
Matt, you were frozen
I
doing this.
literally haven't been doing drugs. I sell insurance now. I don't do drugs. You
Yeah,
missed
he
the
literally
last-
can't.
I'm an
Yeah,
insurance
he
salesman
can't.
now.
He
Matt
can't
is
do
ju-
drugs.
I mean, I
He was
can.
Matt is Jumpman Mario right now.
Matt,
Well, don't
you
say
were-
it on the podcast.
Matt, you were frozen literally doing this for like 20 seconds. Like,
It
Oh,
was so
my
perfect.
thing got wiggled or something, and so I was trying to fix the cable. I mean,
yeah.
what if it was just like,
It looked like you were taking a massive hit off a bong.
You just look over and it's just Devin's dick in your mouth.
I fucking wish, baby. She did just buy a dildo that's like literally the same size as me, so it's like, oh, okay, I am pretty big.
It's about
Nice.
3 inches.
Yeah,
what you
dude,
do,
it's
Matt,
huge.
is you go and
Is
get
it, like,
bologna,
this big?
or you go get like the ham and stuff from like the store, like not the actual bologna, but like just the ham in the packets, and put it in the microwave and warm it up, and then put it around it. Tastes the same.
Actually, Mancer's that old show from Spike TV had a
trash show.
specific. It was.
It was.
It was for guys.
Spike team, was it? It was such like, we're dudes, titties, beer, fucking
That was-
like. It's
Spike
so
T-
like cringy. It's cringy.
No,
It does not hold up. Spike TV would not exist nowadays.
Spike TV is the shit that you have on all the time in a college dorm common room.
It's a channel for chads.
Please
Not
don't make fun of it.
Chads, not Chads, but Chuds.
No, Brads.
Brads, chads, Kevins, and cunts.
Hey, don't make fun of it too much.
The occasional Kyle.
It had Deadliest Warrior, and that was an okay show.
It also had 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yes,
Which was
the
also
best.
good.
Ron
I mean,
Perlman
it's
explaining things to us. Yes, I'm down.
Yes. Erika, you got any conspiracy theories?
God, he looks like he's about to sing somewhere.
No, to be honest, I spent a lot of my high school years around a bunch of conspiracy yahoos. I'm good. I mean,
I think everyone's been in that fucking wormhole.
look,
I don't think
Rabbit
there's
hole.
one person who has rabbit hole who hasn't gone down the because I've met people when they just get into it and that's all they do and it's like, take a break, bud. There's no cheese at the end of that tunnel.
Dude, I fucking come back from deployment and you and I spend 2 hours talking about Alex Jones on the way over to fucking get my car.
you know,
I wish Alex Jones wasn't deplatformed. I love that
Wait,
man.
hold on. That is a fun story to tell. Is when we went to go pick up Ben after deployment, and I was in my little Pontiac G5, and
Sorry,
we
Erika.
had to outrun a fucking sandstorm.
Yeah, as soon as we got out of Oklahoma, we found out that sandstorm killed like 5 people.
And it toppled like 18 wheelers and shit.
Yeah.
All right, you big tranny, you can talk now.
you just go, you fucking bitch.
Well, to be fair, Ben cut you off. I just kept doing it.
You know,
I
you
just
know,
followed
I
I
did.
think-
I cut her
I think
off.
the
It's my
statute of
fault.
limitations has passed on the guy I used to work for now that I can talk about this.
I will talk about statute of limitations in a minute. Continue.
Go
I
ahead.
used to work. I used to work at a campground. You know, serving ice cream. You know, to shitty people that
Yes.
thought they were all fucking better than me all the time. There's. By the way, going off topic real fast. There's nothing better than somebody like ordering ice cream at like a shitty RV park campground, and then their kid asking, "Daddy, gonna pay with the $100 bill?" And his only reply is, "I don't use that kind of money around common folks, son." Like, bitch, you are the fucking common folk here.
Thank you for gracing me with your presence, sire.
Yeah, I would have done that if he wasn't black, so I wasn't gonna tip. I wasn't gonna
then be
step
like,
out
this
on that.
voice
fucking-
I would have done it. I would have done it harder if he was black. I wouldn't care.
I wasn't gonna step out on that fucking limb. Anyways, the guy that was the fry cook at the time, he was from Romania, and he was adamant on every fucking conspiracy theory under the sun. But the one that always got me, there was 2 of them. The first one was the weather changing machine, which is always my favorite one that he
the
ran
solar
through.
system is
That-
real.
That's
I
real.
know it's real, but it just got better and better every time he told the story. But the second one was the conspiracy theory that the government was intentionally trying to get him deported by sending very attractive children to our campground.
What? That's one of those like gang
That's immediate.
stalking where you think everyone's out to get you. Like, oh man, they keep sending sexy children after me. What am I gonna do?
Now I have to preface this. I personally was fucking mortified every time he brought this up because he'd be like saying very, very fucked up things and moaning behind at the fucking.
Like, can you stop
Fucking
staring at the fucking merry-go-round, please, and cook the
I feel
goddamn
like-
fries?
I mean, this
feel like
place
this
I
guy
worked
doesn't
had a
know what-
mini golf course, 3 pools, a merry-go-round, bumper car. Trailer trash meets really shitty fucking Disney World was where I worked for a summer.
Oh,
But it's
It wasn't
I
Disney
believe that-
World. It wasn't Disney World. It was Disney World.
It
Welcome
was
to Disney
absolutely,
World.
it was absolutely that. And I finally pointed out to him one day, I'm like, boss, the government ain't trying to get you deported, you're just fucked in the head. And his only reaction to me was he looked at me deadpan and he said, "It's illegal in Romania."
It ain't legal here, man.
It would have been
Look,
really
it ain't
funny if
fucking
he
legal
just.
here. It is only, and his backup was, and that's why the government's trying to deport me. I'm like, no, you're just fucked up in the head,
You're
man.
trying. You're
Ow.
like you. I need to turn you in before you harm a child.
I would just kill
I
him.
actually told the owner of the campground about this shit.
And he was like, "Yeah, they've been trying to deport that guy with sexy children for years."
However,
I don't want to sell ice cream here anymore to mean black people.
just
Yeah,
so
this-
you'll know,
this-
Japan actually moved their age of consent up to 16.
That's the whole thing.
The whole
By the
state.
For you, Japan,
It
By
was
the way,
Wait.
I was
and fucking be a team player. You still, she's 16. How
It's
much better
better
did
than
you?
13 at least.
No, it's not.
It is. By
this
3 years.
is this is gonna get me a lot of flack from you all, but I'll fucking tell this real fast.
We've been
when I
making
s-
fun of Shades McGee here all night. Like,
This only gets better. So this guy then, he had 2 phones. This gets
were you,
better.
were you the sexy child they kept trying to deport him with?
Absolutely. No, I was 16. No, when this happened. No,
Well, it wasn't the point apparently. What Matt
Yeah,
said.
you were
Yeah.
in Japan right now, so
and he fucking is. So he had 2 phones. So suddenly, just out of the blue one night, I start getting these text messages from somebody that swore they were an extremely hot chick that saw me and wanted to have sex with me. I wasn't gonna fall for it because I'm like, this is a fucking joke by one of my coworkers. And then I walked in like after the weekend. I'm just like, I got these weird fucking text messages, and he deadpan just goes, "Yeah, that was me. I was trying to see if you'd buy into it."
Yeah, that's the way to say. I will see if you buy into it. Yes, I
That
was,
is a predator.
not a
he's
very
a
good
predator.
one,
He's not a.
He was a
none of them
very
are-
bad
but
predator.
None of them are good ones.
still a predator.
No predator is a good predator.
Hold up.
He was fired about like 2 days after my summer job ended.
Hold up. Were you serving ice cream with the 46th president of the United States?
Yes,
Ben-
I was.
Ben's over here like, I'm sorry I texted you when you were 16.
This fucking guy.
You.
You know, it was interesting. All he just kept yelling was "wrong, wrong, wrong."
Wrong.
You're like 90%.
That's 45th.
Fake news.
Bastards.
By the way, I just want you all to remember the next
It was
time
all
you
us,
ever
dude.
see, I will say real fast for anybody that can see all the video, the next time you ever see Donald Trump talking, just imagine an accordion playing every time he talks. You got big walls and small walls and walls somewhere in between. You know, we got the border security, and then we got the smaller border security, then we got the military and the defense contractors, and you just don't seem to understand. You know, then you got Afghanistan, and then you United Kingdom. They just don't understand. You know, there's a climate. Just
Okay.
Just go YouTube. Just go YouTube Donald Trump playing the accordion, and you will never see him the same way again.
Real
All right,
quick.
what's up, y'all?
Real quick. We need to keep on track a little bit more because I feel like we've been on this topic for.
Okay, fine.
This
They have
hasn't
been
even been a
cloning-
topic.
They have been
There, that was
cloning
the end.
human celebrities, and all the celebrities that we are seeing are fake and phonies, man.
Why do I feel like
And
that's
here comes
actually
the
a thing
Hitler
that happens?
clones.
That's a thing that happens.
Hitler
I
clones
mean,
are a thing.
honestly, I think it's a bit far-fetched. I don't think we're that far into cloning.
No.
But they have been working on it. There's fucking human bodies that are like fucking vacuum sealed in these factories where like people have snuck in fucking videos, and there's some fucking, I mean, we're talking about off the wall shit. Another one is all the mountains that if you look at them from the top look like giants that have been fucking preserved and laid to rest there. Or like those giant fucking statues that have been around for thousands and thousands of years. How do you know those aren't just petrified fucking giants from the past?
Somebody's
So-
been watching Attack on Titan again.
Actually, they have actually found graves of humans that were like 8 to 9 foot tall.
Dude, they
Yeah.
found that. If you look at like those mountains that are cut off, they look like stumps of giant trees.
Jesus wants
What
a
was the
hug.
giant shit behind us, man? Even in Moana, when the fucking lady turns into that's because it's based on an actual fucking mountain shape in Hawaii that looks like a fucking big, thick, dummy ass bitch laying down. So everyone going to the mountain going.
Why did we start with this guy as the conspiracy theory?
I was
We
trying
saved
to
the best for last.
I was trying to let
Fair
them have
point.
their fun. It was his idea. I love conspiracy theories. They're not healthy. Once you get on one, and then it's 3 a.m, and you're like, I've done nothing.
Hold on. Not all of them are wrong, though. That's the bad part.
No, it's because they're conspiracy facts at this point.
Yeah, like there are a bunch of different
9/11.
things. However, I gotta say, when everyone says 9/11 that jet fuel doesn't melt steel beams, no, it will weaken them. And when you weaken steel beams in a giant fucking building, what does it do? It falls. There you go. I solved jet fucking problem.
Hold on, though. Hold on.
Are we about to get to 9/11?
Here we go again.
We have 3 hours to get to 9/11.
God fucking damn it. I was just going to say one fucking goddamn thing that takes 30 goddamn seconds, so you just shut your fucking goddamn cock holster.
How I feel.
Shut up!
Man, Steven Seagal is pissed.
Actually, I got another idea for who he is, but Ben,
Just
tell
let him
your
say it's
statement.
one fucking word or whatever he's gonna do.
So,
whiny bitch.
jet fuel does not melt steel beams. Yes, it does weaken it, though. Yes. However, if you were to try and get a fucking building to collapse,
A controlled.
yeah, it's a controlled
explosion.
fucking demolition.
It's
When
The physics behind it.
Erica.
Let's not talk about that. Let's actually make a whole podcast about the 9/11 conspiracy.
Okay, you know what? Let's do that.
Let's do that.
Let me
All right, we'll do that later. We'll talk about that later.
we'll do it in September 11th.
Yes, on September 11th, we'll talk about the fucking 9/11 conspiracy theories, and Ben and I will argue about how the fucking thing fell because he's not a fucking construction worker or a civil engineer. Fuck
I'm
off.
not a construction worker or civil engineer. However, I do know how physics works. So fuck you.
Do you?
Yes.
You know
Look,
how
if I
fucking
hit a
skilled
tree,
women are?
if I hit a tree
you
at
go,
the top,
Connor.
it's gonna
Here
topple
you go,
over.
Connor.
It's not gonna
Take the lead.
crumble on itself.
There you go.
If you hit a tree from the inside, if you inside out,
Does it make a sound?
It's an inside job.
you got me.
Gotta just fucking died off of a hit of weed.
A fake hit a weed. He's such a lightweight. Even his fake weed kills him.
Yeah, but by the way, I think you all are going to appreciate this. I now have a new way to describe Ben. All you need to Ben, can you turn out the light real fast in that room?
All right, hold on.
Look at that train
Dalton
monkey
has-
go. Look
Look at that
butt.
dumpy man.
That
Look at that
dumpy.
fucking.
Where is
You're
it?
gonna love this. You're gonna love this. All right, now Ben, put that back on. All right, Ben is the guy that they say we have an anonymous source.
I'm
He is
putting
the
this up over your face right now.
Ben is now a deep threat. He's the anonymous voice that is just like, yes, I was walking down Fifth Avenue and I saw Donald Trump
deep
punch a fucking midget.
Yeah,
I
you're
would
the
be
one who's
angry.
like coming alive from you from an undisclosed basement in Kentucky.
Yeah, that is-
We're talking
you
about
see-
9/11. Can dank memes really melt steel beams?
All right, Ben, quick, Ben, you got to do
Thanks
some
for
like
coming,
fake
Deep Throat.
conspiracy theorist shit now that you're on like the conspiracy theory network.
Let Ben do conspiracy theory here.
No,
I'm
I've
just more
actually-
terrified at the face behind him.
It's just Vincent.
Fucking Pazuzu flashes up from The Exorcist and shit.
I was like,
It's that
Zuzu?
fucking-
Chick from the Ring.
It's that real buff.
Pazuzu.
No, it's that. Who's that guy? Like Ricky or whatever. The buff guy with the red
Ricky
bandana.
Bobby.
He's like- oh,
It's
he's like
Ricky
a real
Bobby.
buff guy. No, it's not. I just watched that actually. Dude, I just rewatched that movie, and then the next night I rewatched the fucking commentary because the commentary for Talladega Nights is
Oh,
so
no.
fucking. Dude, I'm Echo.
Don't you put that shit on me, Ricky Bobby.
No,
Don't you put
dude,
that shit on me.
you're echoing.
Is it?
Yes.
How
Hello?
about now?
No. Anyway, I
now
still hear
it's
it.
fucking Erica.
Did I break it? I shouldn't talk
No.
about Talladega Nights, I guess.
Okay, I get it. If it's Erica, it's fine. But I'm echoing. There's a problem. I see how it is.
No.
Go to your Asian girlfriend.
I am.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Eric,
Oh nature.
I'll just tell because I get to hear it.
Arigato gozaimasu, Dalton-sama.
He's Korean.
Do you get her
You
to
did it
call you
wrong.
Oni-chan?
So okay, y'all. I was going
Help
to
me,
say this.
Oni-chan. I'm stuck.
I was gonna kick it off with something that actually made people think about 9/11 being an inside job because it wasn't the first time that something like this was at least proposed. And by proposed, I mean by higher ups. I have a feeling Erica knows what I'm talking about.
Gotta take this one.
Fucking Operation Northwoods. Anybody else know about that shit?
The only thing I know about woods is if a tree falls in the forest, everyone's curious if it makes a sound or not.
Well, no,
Of course it does.
but no, it was Operation Northwoods was a proposed false flag operation that the U.S. Department of Defense came up with in 1962. And JFK just kind of looked at that and was like, "Are y'all fucking smoking crack or something?"
Yeah, because in 1962 is when JFK sold the Ocean Blue or something.
No. God damn it.
You are a retard.
Pretty sure that's. I mean, I was in a book somewhere.
It was a false flag operation that was meant to stoke the fires or like fucking get people into invading Cuba, basically.
There you go. He got it out finally.
Yeah. I had something and then I was just
Like the anal beads.
Anal beads? No.
I saw a thing earlier that said anal beads tug of war, and I fucking giggled so hard at it.
That'd be hot. You and your partner tagged up like a bunch of dogs stuck together and trying to crawl away.
Ass to ass.
Hey, maybe you and Devin should do that.
Matt, stop.
I need to get smaller ones. I can't I gotta work that shit up.
Man,
My asshole's strictly for shitting.
Be a man. Be a man. I was 8 years old, and he was a very big dude. So don't even start. What?
Hey, by the way, Deep Throat, what was it like helping Richard Nixon?
I'm not a cook.
I know, but you're
I made fun of fucking Richard Nixon once, and my grandfather was like, "Dude, that's my second cousin." I was like, "Are you fucking serious?" And he like showed me his shit. I was like, "Oh shit, he actually is your second cousin."
However, I am a synthwave hacker.
fucking nerd, dude. Fucking this guy. You look like a bully in a fucking 90s movie.
Perfect.
You look like the guy, like the fucking bully from Hocus Pocus.
I was gonna start singing Stelios Cantus. Stelios Cantus.
He's not that cool.
Fuck you.
Just saying.
I'll be entirely honest.
That shows how cool I am. I wear shades in the dark inside with a beanie on, all black. I am cool. Yeah, check.
I wear long sleeve shirts over short sleeve shirts over long sleeve shirts.
Guys, I will be entirely honest though. One of these conspiracies might be the end of the world if we're not careful.
There you go.
Oh,
Because they could be. But also, Africa's cracking in half right now. Don't get me wrong. I know tectonic plates shifting. I understand that. But has that ever happened in our lifetimes? No. Have we ever seen a continent crack in half in our lifetimes?
It actually started.
It's still there though. It's not literally.
And it's getting bigger.
It is
to be
getting
fair,
bigger.
the fault actually started moving about 22 million years ago. In 2018, it started. But hold on. In 2018, it actually started to crack like it is, and then it has progressively gotten faster, and it is moving progressively faster than any other tectonic plate we have ever experienced,
So
and
you're
no one knows
saying-
why.
You're saying it's the Earth's fault.
Yep.
I'm saying is that due to climates and how the changes of like the temperatures in our oceans have, like I feel like the change in the water temperature has actually made it where that continent is moving at a quicker pace because they don't move.
Exactly. And then once it's open and the ocean starts rushing in, that's gonna speed the process up.
Yeah, they don't move. They don't.
When I talk about the end of the world, I don't necessarily mean the end of the world. The world's still going to be here. Humans will still adapt. I mean the end of the world as we know it.
Our societies will fail.
Our societies are going to fail, man.
There's like a dozen different countries that are all right there. That are all going to be split in two, and it's going to change the entire eco-social like world like of Africa. Like the entirety of what's going to change.
Socioeconomic.
It's Africa.
Yeah,
Only
I don't know the
everyone's all
fucking words.
starving.
But like the bad thing is, like I was looking up the Indian plate, right? Like, or the Somalian plate is what it's called. Is that plate is currently going under the Indian plate, right? And eventually, one of those is going to start moving up, like into like the Indian Ocean's going to have something else grow into it. Eventually, and like probably not in our lifetime for sure, but eventually there's going to be a whole island and everything there. But like the fact that it's moving at a quicker pace, which is like exorbitantly quicker, because they usually move centimeters a year, not a whole fucking foot. It's moved a foot a year for the past since 2018, and that in itself is a problem somewhere. That there's something happening to the plate tectonics that's making it quicker.
That bitch is growing an inch a month. I wish I had that problem.
Yeah, right. I mean, you do.
Your
'cause you're
ass
getting-
is getting bigger as we know it.
I know, and I don't feel fine about it.
Yeah, but it's just one of those things that like Matt brings it up, but then like that's gonna cause a problem eventually when the ocean, like you said, it hits it. Like it'll start pouring into it. It'll start moving that out. It's gonna cause more than just economic problems. It's gonna change like how the ocean currents work. It's gonna change how fish migrate, and it's gonna change how all that shit happens.
Yeah.
So, that's gonna be a very interesting thing since we're already in a mass extinction.
Yeah,
But
and
it's all fucking. We brought it on ourselves, man.
I won't say 100% that we have, like, but we haven't helped it.
Of course not. God put us here, and He's like, "Look, here's eat of the land, do this," and then we're like, "That's not enough. Fuck that. I want that guy's shit too." And that guy, everyone needs a bit of freedom right now, right? So I'm gonna go give them their freedom, so I can take their shit, because I need to be the biggest dog around. We don't give a fuck. We fucking piss on the environment.
thing is, everybody pisses on the environment, including those that say that they are doing something for the environment.
Absolutely.
You fucking
You just want to feel special that I don't eat meat. That's like mean. Like every fucking goddamn vegetable you eat has 1,000 fucking dead fucking animals
And
covered in
pesticides.
pesticides, shot, ran over. Like you're a prick. You're just
Well,
a
even
prick.
the fucking soybeans that their fucking fake meat is based off of. You have any idea how that shit is made, cultivated, maintained,
With
and
small
harvested?
African children that they're pulling off of the fallen part of Africa.
Incidentally,
you're-
one thing I discovered recently is that how closely, we're closely related to fungi, right? Like humans are. That our ancestors who split off from, when our ancestors split off, like it was fungi and humans basically split off at a certain spot and different from grass. That's why grass tastes different than, all the plants and stuff taste different than ours. And a lot of people say that mushrooms taste meaty. So it's like, technically you're kind of eating a living organism if you eat mushrooms.
Well, I mean, they do have like mushroom fucking patties and stuff. I mean, the mushrooms I eat taste like shit, but you don't eat them because they taste good. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I get you. But it's when it comes down to it, if you really think about it, plants actually do have they do actually scream when you eat them or when you take them out of the ground. Like they actually do signals. We just don't understand it because we're humans and our consciousness is a different level.
You know how the main picture of like a tree with its roots, like the roots go as deep as the tree rises. That's actually false. They actually go further outward, but since they're spreading outward, they're connected with all the other plants and trees. So that's why like a big tree can get toppled over because it's sitting on more of a platform instead of a pole.
You're explaining basically a hive mind that is developed from all the trees.
Well, if you've ever watched Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is still one of my favorite shows,
Also, Erika's face looks like me when someone forces me to watch Friends.
but yeah, no, it's like,
I'm absolutely not playing Hades in the background.
but when like in Avatar, when Aang communes with like the tree of the swamp and everything, he sees how connected it is. And people don't realize like how connected we are really to the planet and how connected we are to each other. Like the whole division of all of our fucking like our races, our division of our religions and all that stuff. That's just made up shit. That's like
we invented that.
Yeah,
We're
like
different.
Muslims, Jews, and Christians, all your God is the same God. You just all interpret it differently. Like
of course.
Except the only thing Christianity has is the name of Christ.
Yeah, because
That's
nobody
the
else
key.
believes that Jesus was actually the Messiah.
Dalton, that was a great actually you did there. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, actually. But no, it's actually a
Oh
whole
wait,
thing.
that wasn't you? Oh, it was Matt. Man, you
yeah.
did a great Dalton impression.
He forgot to
I
shave his
see what
neck.
he did there.
That took me aback. That took me aback a little bit. I was like,
That's good.
That's
That
a
was
good
good.
one, Connor.
That
Fuck
was
you.
good shit.
But anyway,
That's
yeah.
great. Go to hell.
But yeah, it's just the division of all of our shit is just an illusion, and that we don't realize how similar our stuff. Because if you look at Norse paganism, I say Norse for me because that's just the way I interpret it. But it's the same as Germanic. It's pretty much the same as Roman. It's the same as like any other pagan religion. They're all based off the same stories. Like,
Yeah.
they all come from the same
So,
stuff from our beginning of
They all
society.
talk about a great flood. Like
which is a thing that happened. That is a thing that happened.
Jesus isn't white. He spoke Aramaic, and the Aramaic word for God is Allah.
Yep.
And it's just like, and it all comes from stories that come from ancient Mesopotamia and Babylon and all that shit. Like, it all kind of comes together eventually at one point. It's like all of our religions are based off the same shit.
Yeah, and Tatanka, buffalo. Tatanka means buffalo.
It's just,
I just know Tatanka means buffalo.
Erika, he said Tatanka, and my brain thought, Tonkas?
Tonkas?
I can't get rid of Warcraft. It's still in my brain.
Maybe you should.
It's just buy the damn game.
Oh, no, I've gotten rid of the game. I'm just saying, like, he mentioned something, my brain thought of, like, the game, like a lore thing. I was like,
damn it, now I just thought of the game, you asshole. Now I lose.
Lost.
Fuck you, Connor. Punch him in the dick. But anyway, I'm going on to, like, the spirituality of life and man and how we are not different, but we are all very similar.
Fuck no, we all die the same, we all shit the same, we all have smelly balls at times. Like, you're no better than me.
At the end of the day, the king and the pawn go into the same box.
Absolutely. Although your box may have more jewels and maybe you got buried with your PS5, which I'm going to steal later because you buried yourself with a PS5. It's a free PS5 there. I don't give a fuck about your genius.
But yeah, no, like, if you look at it, so we have Canada and America, and everyone sees the differences between us, right? But there's really no difference between any of us. Like, Canada, Mexico, and America are all the same. We're all people who are European. Connor? Anyway, we were all
something,
people,
or is he waving?
yeah, right. That's what I was saying. But we were all people who were basically came from immigrants or people who were just colonizing and being dicks and killing Indians. Native Americans. Sorry.
Literally underneath our skin is the same fucking thing, barring a few little mutations and shit.
But yeah, no. So like, it's just we aren't different. We are all similar. Like, except for Matt, he's a mutant. But it's just at the end of the day, I don't know why. Astronauts see it the best is they go to space, they look on that space station and they look down, they don't see the borders. Like, you may see North Korea because it doesn't have fucking lights at night, but you don't see the borders, you don't see this, you just see the planet as it is. And they kind of have like a profound spiritual experience of seeing humans as our own thing.
I'm not sure if it was Buzz Aldrin or Neil Armstrong, but one of their quotes is like, man, so once we got into space, like, I put my thumb and it covered the whole Earth, and they're like, did that make you feel big? He's like, I felt as small as I ever have felt in my life. I was insignificant.
But look at humans. Like, look at us as people. Like, how small we are compared to, like, so my house is 800 square feet. Look how small I am compared to 800 square feet. And then there's a high-rise downtown that's like, yeah, Connor, that's how small your dick is. But then you look downtown, and there's like this huge, like 40 to 50 story tall building. Like, look how small we are compared to that. And it doesn't. I'm sorry, Connor's like lagged, and then I immediately saw him just go like that, like instantly, like a video game. But look at how small we are compared to a high rise in a fucking big ass city, and then how small that city is compared to the rest of the world. Like, Texas is huge. We are small, insignificant. But one person can make.
You fit a whole other Texas inside of Texas and still have room to Texan.
Right? Like, but it's just like, King Ranch is bigger than Rhode Island. But it's just one of those things that you don't realize how small you are, but you don't realize how much you can change. Because everyone always talks about in the past. I'm sorry, I'm going on a spiritual ass rant for some reason. Anyway, everyone talks about like how if you go back in the past, you can change the past, like you can change the future. But no one ever thinks about right now that how you can't, like, no one thinks about the present, how you can change your future from the present.
But what if you go in the future to change the past?
You can't.
You can't because the past is made from the present, which was also made from.
But if you go into the future and
Aristotle, I didn't know that.
But if you go into the future and you learn a bunch of stuff about the past, then you're gonna go back to the past to try to change the future. So technically, you'd be changing the past from the future.
You would just open up new timelines where that never changed. You would just open up a new one where you change the stuff, and now you
that
have
also depends on the what you believe in time travel theory.
It depends on the feasibility of multiverse theory. There we go.
But yeah, it's just, to me, I don't even know what our topic is anymore.
It was the end of the world.
End of the world.
Oh yeah. So our end of our world is. Let me try to fucking bullshit thesis this. At the end of the world, I feel like the people who are going to survive are the people who generally understand that we aren't different. And the people who are going to kill each other are going to be the ones who constantly strive on that difference. If you believe Like, so we have a trans person podcast. We have a Hispanic stoner. We have a fucking hacker, the, weeb guy over here. And then we have a Canadian. We're not different. We're all the very similar people. Like, that's why we get along so well.
Yep.
Our skin colors don't matter. Our outward appearances don't matter. Like, that shit doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But at the end of
everyone
the
likes
day-
to come. Everyone has to fucking shit. Like,
This is true.
everyone's embarrassed whenever, like, someone is like, hey, show the camera what you got for your birthday. You're like,
Yeah, right? Every time. But then we got people who are like, our world leaders for no apparent reason, who honestly either A, they're doing it out of a huge deal of greed, I'm sure it's more greed, but B, they see the differences in everybody and they completely want to destroy it. Hitler did it. Well, the whole Nazi party did it.
Hitler did
Fucking-
it. Hitler did it.
The Russians have done it. Fucking America's done it. Fucking England has done it. It's been a common occurrence.
God damn it, Connor. Shut the fuck up with Toji.
It's been a common occurrence in all of humanity that we just hate each other for differences. But Mewtwo and Mew said it best.
Mewtwo said it. Mewtwo and Meow said that.
Mewtwo said it. Mewtwo said it.
Mewtwo said it.
Yeah, Meow said it. It was, maybe we should stop looking at each other's differences and looking at how we're alike.
And Mewtwo said, I know now it's not.
The circumstances it's not the circumstances of your birth that determine who you are.
Yes.
It's your
Yeah.
actions.
And Dr. Dre said, nothing, you idiots. Dr.
Yeah,
Dre
Dre
said,
said,
what's in
fuck
the
in the
basement?
basement.
Let me know some love, Eminem. Slim Shady, I'm sick of him. Look at him walking around grabbing his you know what.
You
know who. Yeah, but he's
Hey,
so cute though. I got a couple of screws in my head loose, but no one's going down in your parents' bedroom. Sorry, I know that whole song. I played on ukulele, so.
Among Us on
Fair
your
enough.
lips. Among Us on your lips.
I don't know
You
why
wanna
I
steal my
was
little kid?
going into this whole regard of humans and our nature and shit, but I guess
mean-
it comes with my spirituality.
I mean, I do like the idea that if the world ends, the people that should be left are the ones who understand differences and can actually come together.
Understand similarities.
That
not-
would be the best. But for me
That's
as a
not
Christian, that's not how it's going to be.
Yeah, no. The thing
There will be a set number of people still here preaching the love of God, but they will also be condemned. Just because everyone believes in the second coming of Jesus doesn't mean you're going to be saved from trials and tribulations. We have to go through that. We have to endure that. We will be put in camps. We will be segregated. We will be beheaded for our beliefs. That shit
So
will
much truth.
happen. The
Here we
people.
go, Christian victimizing.
Oh,
Fuck
you get to
you.
go on spirituality, and I fucking can't.
No, go
Go
for it. I
fuck
just-
yourself.
You know what, Matt? Let's fucking tag team this bitch. Fuck that.
Tag
I'm
team
just
me,
saying-
buds.
It's gonna get to the point where there's so many different scriptures and predictions about it where it's like just because even the people that don't believe, even after they see that God exists, their hearts are gonna be hardened to God. They're still gonna not want to do it. We still will practice magic in the streets. We'll be fucking killing each other. We'll be prostituting each other still. We'll be lovers of ourselves and the world instead of lovers of God. We are our own destruction.
Yep.
I gotta
Because
be honest,
in
though,
order
if-
for sin to be out of the world, sin must be eradicated. So it has to run its entire course. And that's going to be nothing but self-destruction, which we're doing very much till this day. We are more divided than fucking ever.
this is
Yes.
true. That's kind of what I was just saying.
Can I ask something real fast?
Stop.
Absolutely.
Why does he not have a private jet? Because he should be a televangelist.
Because he's
Because
not
I'm
a
so
fucking
concerned.
heartless-
He's
not
a real
fucking heartless
Christian.
bastard. Fucking goddamn.
He's a real Christian.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like,
The Lord didn't fucking get money. He didn't have, he had an entourage. They just followed him because he spoke real shit.
To be fair, if the rapture happened, I would be the first one to go, I was wrong. Let's go, God. Let's go. I'm down. I'm 100%.
See,
Let's go.
and it says that Jesus will come like a thief in the night. No man or woman shall know the hour.
Like a cheat.
So even though everyone's prepared for it, it's gonna happen when you least expect it. You're gonna wake up, people are gonna be fucking gone.
I'll be like, all right, cool.
Like even with
like
the-
what,
the-
40 people?
honestly, yes.
Like 40
It's
people are gonna be
become-
gone.
it's
Everyone's gonna be like,
become-
whatever.
It's become such a fucking that movie that just came out, Nefarious. I watched it twice. And it's all about a serial killer talking with a dude who's gonna determine if he's gonna be executed or not. But he's saying he's possessed. And that whole movie talks about how demons have look, God cast us out. So our best thing to do, since we already lost, is to take down what he fucking loves the most, and that's you fuckers. Like, you witness evil in front of your face, and you don't even bat an eye. Can you imagine the pain that the carpenter feels when we tear apart an infant inside its mother's womb?
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of abortion.
See, and even then, he talks about, like, back in the day, they would sacrifice babies to Baal. They had a giant golden statue with flaming hands, and they would throw it in there, and they'd play drums so you couldn't hear the screaming. He's like, now there's no screaming because it's inside of a fucking mom's womb.
Mm-hmm.
Like that, like, of course, there's no similarities between none of
Before
that.
Before the kid takes his first breath, it experiences a death.
Absolutely, it starts with a heartbeat.
Bastard.
It starts with a heartbeat, okay?
Well,
And like even then, because we're gonna sacrifice this baby to Satan. Satan does not get that child. That just fucks up the people's spirit who sacrificed it. That's an innocent soul that some angels have to deal with. All these aborted fetuses, they have to go somewhere. Everyone's got a soul. The moment life is conceived, there's a soul there.
1, 2, 3.
1,
There's a lot.
3.
you know what, God? Ever since America banned Roe versus Wade, that there's been a lot less fucking abortions. I know, right? There's just more fucked up abortions.
Look at this one. Looks like someone took a can opener to it. What the fuck is this back alley shit?
Holy
There's
fuck.
a video where someone, like, the baby grabs the fucking doctor's fingers with its little, like, I'm not dead yet, and you're like,
Oh no,
get
no,
the
nobody.
scissors, we got
That doctor is going to whatever hell there is. Like if
See,
it's
that-
Bethlehem
like-
or something, that doctor's going to it.
if you don't, like, I don't really understand. I'm glad you're not an atheist anymore, because it's such a hard concept for me to believe that we exist for nothing. There's too much, even the small energy we have between each other.
I can argue the atheist side there is like we exist for the single plane of living now instead of in the afterworld.
Yes, but if that was the case, we would all just be robotic organisms. We wouldn't have personalities. We wouldn't have our own individuality. We would just be running on a motor, making our body move, eating substance to survive, sleeping. That's what we would do. We'd be like animals.
Like an
Souls.
actual, like, yeah.
Hey, Jimmy,
we would be
It
animals.
is time to produce offspring. Come with me.
Exactly. That's how exactly it would be. Our souls is our individuality, man.
Did I, like, when I, obviously, as I've talked before on here, is like when I died, it was a very fucking coming to God's moment, and it was a whole thing.
I came too.
But I
He
didn't
did. It was
believe.
very salty.
I didn't believe. Yeah, it was just salty. But I didn't believe in souls. I did not believe humans had a soul. And then when I experienced the whole fucking being a soul thing, the whole aspect of being displaced from my body.
Because our bodies are kind of like shields, man. If every human was able to experience an out-of-body experience where you can see the connectivity between everything, everyone would agree more on shit.
Yes.
They would.
Like I said, we can't. It's like the shitty fucking crystal skull. Like, you want knowledge? Here's all the knowledge in the world. You can't handle it. You can't. We couldn't handle all of that.
Eyes burst into flames and shit. Just.
Well, actually, that does bring me back to the thing that I said about the ant. The little, like, the ant goes into a computer.
Yeah, that fucking quote fucked me up. I think about that all the time.
Yeah, because it's true. It's like
it made me dump a bunch of ants onto my keyboard just to be like, I am God.
But it makes sense. Like when you look back. What?
Are we talking about the thing from Akira, or is there something else?
No. It's a quote. Yeah, as I said about a ant. Like, so basically, what it is, Connor, to refresh your memory, and for those who are just tuning in, because I know some people just start on the latest episode, is an ant. It goes into a computer and
bring
sees
the quote
computer.
up again. Who did the quote?
I did the quote. Let me.
Well, you didn't make it, but
no. I said the
I
quote.
would love to hear it again. I can't just type up ant quote. It doesn't. You get like quotes from the movie Ants and Bugs
Ben,
Life.
can you turn on a fucking light?
What?
You look like a fucking creeper.
He is a creeper.
That was the point.
If there wasn't a fucking like monitor like light there, he couldn't see shit. He's like a villain in the 90s. You're just like everything in the 90s. Like I watched Blade again, and every bad guy is in a basement in the dark, wearing shades, full black, leather. It's like, dude, take the shades off. You can't see anything. You can't see.
Oh, it's gonna take me a good minute to find that quote.
Okay, no worries.
But to sum it up, because I do kind of remember most of it, is as an ant sees the computer, he doesn't understand what it is. He doesn't understand what a computer is. He doesn't understand the components or anything like that. And then suddenly he is given the knowledge to understand what the computer does. He's given Ben's knowledge about computers, and he can understand everything about it. He can understand what a hard drive does, what a motherboard does, SSD, the difference between the two, whatever. He understands this to a point, and then suddenly the knowledge is gone, sapped from him. He doesn't understand it anymore, but he still remembers understanding it, and he tries to grasp at it, trying to understand what these things are, and he knew he understood it at a time. And that is what it's like to try to see the machinations of God or gods.
Yeah, it was in our H.P. Lovecraft episode. Yeah, you don't remember that, Connor. It blew our minds. You made him actually read it again.
No, yeah, but that's kind of how.
But
or
also,
at least
it's a
with
good
Lovecraft stuff.
Yeah.
With Lovecraft sense, that's what it talks about with Yog-Sothoth. He knows everything, and you can peer in to see it, but the moment you do it,
see, exactly.
You're not coming back.
Because if there is a hell, which I believe there is, bad people got to go somewhere. Not everyone gets to go to heaven. If you don't know the Lord, why would he let you in his house?
Did you at least read up on my lore? No, fuck you.
But funnily enough, I have. All three of them.
if hell is kind of our own creations and stuff and our own sins manifested, H.P. Lovecraft and H.R. Giger are fucked. They are super fucked. They're the most fucked in hell I've ever seen. And maybe the Hellraiser dude when he dies. He's probably pretty fucked too. Those gotta be the scariest versions of hell. Just like, hey, remember all that Infinite Madness? Oh, well, they're right over there. Check them out. Look at all of them.
Nope. There's actually
Lucifer. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
There's actually something that my grandmother told me once that could also be a variation of it.
Always wrap you, Jimmy, if you're gonna be in the slimmy.
She also said that at one point. But anyway.
Not surprised.
Well, you're circumcised. You can just tie it off and make your own condom.
Bitch.
Yeah, shoots off like a shotgun then.
Stop!
Connor hates uncircumcised dicks, by the way, just so y'all know.
I'm not a fan of them either, and I like dicks, so I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, I have to pee so fucking bad right now.
Go pee.
Go pee.
Go pee,
I'll be back,
fat bitch.
Disappear into the void.
I took 3 minutes to go put on a fucking teal wig. You can leave to go pee.
Slowly backs
Is
away.
it all?
Did he just?
He brought his flashlight with him. It's battery operated.
I thought that was a Happy Meal.
That's a sad day when you got to eat a Happy Meal in the bathroom alone. Like, I have a problem.
Yeah, that's gonna be a quote I use. It's a sad day when you're eating a Happy Meal in the bathroom by yourself.
But no, my grandmother actually had this interesting take on what hell might be, because she was a pretty much by the book Baptist, whenever from beginning to end, all that good stuff. She had the take on it in being that hell is not necessarily something of eternal suffering, but eternal regret. Because
that comes with suffering, though.
Well,
hell is the complete absence of God, and God is at least a bit of hope.
Well,
that's why the gates of hell say, "Abandon all hope, ye who enter."
Yes, and then people use that as tropes for all the fucking bad places you go to, like San Quentin or whatever the fuck, But no, her thought on it being with regards to possibility is, it's not so much eternal suffering in the way that it is described, eternal darkness and burning fire and whatnot.
That's a jump scare.
Or if you were to go the route of Dante's Inferno, believing that it could have been, an extra, sort of like an outsourced work of God through the hands of another.
I had that book.
Yes, with like the ninth circle of hell being beyond all freezing and shit from fucking Satan's wings and all that.
Gotta be honest, Ninth Circle of Hell sounds really awesome right now.
God damn it, Dalton. But
oh, you're going there, you dirty atheist.
But no, my point is, it could be none of that. It could just be the fact that you realize that paradise was an actual thing and you didn't make the cut. So it's not necessarily a physical suffering, but total
it's a spiritual
limitation.
Suffering. But even then, that is always going to be on your mind.
Yes.
But it's a suffocation. That's why it talks about fire and brimstone. Yeah, no breathing. Don't give a fuck if I come around.
Incidentally, there's actually a story.
Are we still talking about the end of the world?
Yes, there's
I
actually
believe so, because at the end of the world, you're going to heaven or hell. So
it's the end of your world if you die. So,
but there's actually a story about how Jesus went into Hades.
He goes there after he dies in the 3 days.
And he goes and he takes the people who were innocent.
He owns. I mean, that's what's weird about the Old Testament is in order for there to be forgiveness before he sent his son for a sacrifice, you had to sacrifice. There had to be blood spilled. You did something wrong in my eyes. You need to make penance. And penance, you slice the throat. Hey, go up and kill your kid. Seriously? Go kill him! Yep. Sorry, son. Like, I'm just fucking with you. You got it. Like, that's fucked. Like, the walk back must have been like, what the fuck was that, Dad? Hey, I just,
God's just,
God told me to.
God's just like, we do a little trolling.
God told me to do it, so we just decided to do it. So here we are.
Daniel Tosh did a version of that where he has a sword and it's like, Daddy, why you do this? Because apparently God hates you. He cuts him up. He's like, dude, I was joking. I didn't actually think you'd kill your kid. Oh, God, you got me.
I love Daniel Tosh, man.
The sword and the stoner.
I didn't realize he was German. He's from Germany. Yeah, he's from Germany.
I remember one of his stand-ups, he was talking about, man, some dude cut me off, so I decided to be a dick, and I cut him off, and I flipped him off. And I was rolling down my window to say something, and I don't know if you've ever had a mouthful of Doritos spit into your face on the highway, but that guy was like, I had no fucking napkins. I just pulled over to the side. Like, if someone spits a mouthful of chewed up Doritos on you, you lost. Are there napkins in my glove compartment now? You bet your ass there are.
Funny story. Funny fucking story.
Was the time to crash a Mitsubishi?
Fuck you. No, it was a time whenever I was driving back from Dallas in my fucking Suzuki, and a whole ass fucking Whataburger bag was thrown on the front of my car on the highway, and then the fucking car was trying to speed off. I fucking shifted down and then lined right back up with him. Little did he know I had a freaking Dr. Pepper milkshake in my right hand. So I rolled down the fucking passenger window and just went and just hit him right on the side of the fucking window and just took the exit
what's he gonna do? You started this, bitch.
Yeah.
Everyone feels safer when you're in your car.
So whoever had that fucking maroon colored Toyota Corolla, presumably from like 2014 or some shit, fuck you.
Yeah, I want to hear your podcast. He's like, man, so I threw up a fucking Whataburger bag on this guy's car, right? And he throws Dr. Pepper at me. Like, what did I even do? I was just trying to get rid of my trash.
Man, he sounds like a real monster.
Oh!
I doubt he's a Frankenstein's monster, though. Alright, let's go around. What's our favorite monsters of all mythical monsters? And not actual monsters like, Ted Bundy or something like that. Like mythical
Ben.
That'd be serial killers.
Ben.
That's still a monster.
Yeah, but it's under the category of serial killer. I'm thinking monsters like,
Ben.
Well, I don't want to say mine. Was Ben your favorite monster?
Yeah, that ass is monstrous.
God damn it!
Connor's on fire!
Oh my god.
Anyway, so I mentioned this earlier, and Jordan kind of steered me to like changing my mind about it. I'm gonna go with the Invisible Man.
He's the Invisible Man. I thought you talked about how he's not a monster.
I did, but then Jordan mentioned, he was technically put into the category of like the old monsters and stuff.
He's in like the Hammer films essentially, so
he's technically part of the old MonsterVerse. So
he's up there with Dracula, Frankenstein. Dude, honestly, my favorite old time monster is the fucking creature of the Black Lagoon, man.
But yeah.
I love Gilman. I do. I've only seen the movie once, but that's just my favorite. I fucking love him.
To me, though, the reason the Invisible Man gets me so much is that I love his, I guess I would call it the path to what he became. Because it was originally just wanting to, be invisible. Just learn how to do it. And then there was the
Hollow Man with Kevin Bacon. That was a great movie.
That was a crazy fucking movie.
That was really good.
The intro made me sad as a kid because I just see this little rat and I'm like, oh, little rat, and then just this invisible gorilla, and I'm like, oh.
Speaking of Invisible Man, have you seen like the one that came out a couple years ago?
I originally thought it was gonna be some like.
It's really good, man. They did a whole take on it.
I thought it was gonna be like some whole feminist-driven thing because that's what it felt like. And in the trailer, but in the trailer,
boyfriend.
In the trailer though, I didn't like how they showed she threw paint on him and you found him out because I was like, you ruined it. But then I saw it and I was like. Okay, it was good.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But yeah, to me, again, I like Invisible Man because of just how it goes. Wanted to be invisible. Then he's like, I need to get out of it. But then finally at this point, he's just like, he starts doing things that he can get away with. Hilariously, though, he has to be naked for it, which is funny.
They do that in The Boys. Translucence in the girls' bathroom all the time. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, it's masturbating.
You can be jerking off in the corner right now for all you know, detective.
Yeah.
But yeah. And one of my favorite things he did kill people, though usually it never seemed like very... Like, I think one of the kills he made in the movie was he just threw, like, a desk at someone and it killed him. But...
A desk!
Dalton, you good?
Yeah, just...
Okay.
Oh, just...
But yeah. Feeling fat over there. Look at him trying to breathe.
Ew. Anyway... My favorite thing is that he goes from the small thing like, I'm gonna hit you with a chair and you'll die, to derailing an entire fucking train of over 100 people and killing them.
Wait.
Fucking
damn, bro, chill.
There are 8 billion people on this planet and we can barely survive to deal with it, so... I feel like we need less people.
Another thing I loved was one of the, like, ways the townspeople and the police tried to capture him. They just had a big, like, Red Rover line with a net, and they're like, okay, and we run over. Ah!
A tiny net!
Rover. Let the Invisible Man come over.
And then finally, and the way they catch him is, they just see his footprints in the snow, and they're just like, fuck it, set it on fire. Kill him. Oh, wait, they didn't kill him. He died in... bed, didn't he? Yeah, because when he died, he becomes visible again, right?
I don't know. I never.
I don't know.
In the old Invisible Man, yeah, I believe so. I mean, that's an old ass movie.
Old Invisible Man die.
Yeah, because I can't remember, but I
He's
knew
the Invisible Man.
He was killed by a mob.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he even died in his bed, though. I could be.
Hey, you're gonna fucking die, Invisible guy.
It's Clayton's for you. Mr. Translucious Male.
I thought you said it's Clayton's for you, and I was like, what?
Clayton. Here's Clay. That guy's name's Clay. You're fucking dead. This guy's fucking dead.
I was saying it because I got that line from a Looney Tunes episode where like Bugs is dressed as a mobster. He's like, "It's Clayton's for you, Johnny." This guy's like, "No, John, no, anything but that." But then all he does is he puts like curtains over his face and then runs off, and the guy just goes, "Oh, they look rather nice."
My favorite monsters of all time, honestly, is... I don't want to say it because of other things, but anyway, it's werewolves. I've always loved werewolves because I like the idea of it.
I think there need to be more
Erika's
werewolf
like,
movies.
Well,
If I could be bit by a fucking werewolf, it'd be a fucking dream.
But like, think about it though.
Oh,
Like,
wait.
think about like the violence that is for you to transform, like, and put the Sailor Moon shit over it, and it would be hilarious.
You bring that up. I was thinking like the most badass werewolf transformation, which is American Werewolf in London, which is like the most that's the fucking god tier transformation with just it's playing that song in the background that doesn't match, and his bones are bending and breaking, and like
like
Fucking
the
hardcore,
idea
dude.
of a person who could be a very good person who just happened to have apathy, ended up getting a curse because of this other shit. Yeah, and then like having to deal with that, like that to me is like a really badass thing. Like vampires, I feel like are way overplayed. Thanks.
They're
to
overplayed, absolutely.
Like Animagus, I mean that's actually they say werewolves in Twilight. Actually, that was Animagus. That was not werewolves.
See, but I would
They
argue
change shape willingly. That's not a werewolf.
they turn into stupid regular wolves. That doesn't look like a werewolf to me.
But yeah,
I think like dog soldiers. Have you seen Dog Soldiers? That's a good werewolf
Yes,
movie.
I have. That movie's cool.
That's where I was going with this.
A
That is an
fucking Worgen
underrated
from World of
movie.
Warcraft, something.
Yeah,
Anything.
like the fact that in Twilight. By the way, if any Twilight fangirls here,
Go
you're a
fuck
girl.
yourself.
Fuck yourself for one. But secondly, they are not werewolves. They are animagus. They change their shape willingly to something. That's not a werewolf.
Animagus.
They're
And
kooky
now
and
the
wacky.
show is over now.
But like actual werewolves, the actual ideology of werewolves, and the fact that there's a theory, a conspiracy theory, that the royal family are werewolves.
Yeah, there's actually a porn called Lycan Deep Throat.
Yeah, right. But the thing is actually the royal family has a rare blood disease that nobody else in the world has but them.
From
Every
fucking too
time
many
there's
of
a
their
full moon, I grow a mustache.
no, from fucking too many of their own family members.
Probably from a Hasper thing. But there is a rare genetic mutation that some people think they're werewolves. But I like the idea of werewolves. I just do. And I'm not trying to be like the cringy, like, oh yeah, werewolves are the best. I just like the idea of it.
There wasn't
Dude,
werewolves.
I picked Werewolf in Elder Scrolls Online because it's like clearly the best option on there.
You can be one in fucking Skyrim, which is better than the fucking vampires.
Give that bitch
Hold
a
on.
GPS, then they'll no longer be lost. They won't be
Connor
werewolves
is
anymore.
dying of hyperventilation.
All I can picture for what Matt said is just the royal guard of God. The royal guard for like England, like having to run in. It's like, oh no, Queen Elizabeth's going to say they like run in. It's like, I can't control myself. Oh no, Your Majesty. Then she turns around and she's got a big fat bushy mustache. They're like, by the Queen. And everyone's just so. It's literally
God save the Queen!
It's literally the whole Matt thing with the scarecrow and the black people thing. Like, I picture it, and it's funnier than it should be. Like, that's how it works with me.
Oh, that's genuinely funny. I get you, man. It's the Queen with the mustache as a werewolf. You can't write that shit.
What
That's
the
fucking
fuck?
ape, baby.
In my opinion, adding to the werewolves thing, I recently used to, like, when I was a kid, I just, like, and I still like the idea of some werewolves being, you know, like, actually beefy and strong, but playing Bloodborne really got me to the mindset. I prefer, like, mangy, gnarled, and, like, fucked up gothic looking
They're not
werewolves.
supposed to be sexy.
No,
They're fucking
like,
monsters.
I want...
Yeah.
If they're
fucking
sexy, then you're a
monster.
fucking furry, and there's another problem for you.
Yeah.
I need...
Dude,
I want
speaking
the
of
ones that,
furries-
like...
Speaking of furries, there's a video from Joe Rogan's podcast where him and his guest are wearing full furry suits and like, man, can you imagine fucking in this thing? They're American heroes. Like, go out 1,000 miles and then try to fuck for 4 minutes with this on. You're an American hero.
I need to look in. I need
It's
to look
fucking
into this
hilarious,
episode.
dude.
Incidentally, when I was working at Abacus, this one guy calls me up and goes, okay, dude, I got a question. I was like, what's your question, buddy? He goes, so I went to this house, and they're all furries. I was like, okay, you know, like, if they're all consenting adults do whatever they want, that's fine. And he's like, yeah, but here's the problem. They had furries, like, pictures of, like, what looked like furry children, and it has, like, I love CP all over the house.
No,
I was like,
I'm
"Alright,
out. Call the
what
police.
you do?" I was like, what you do is you take all of their money for everything, and then don't do the job, call the police.
Call the
And he's
police
fucking
immediately.
dead!
Yes.
Take the money, then call the police. I like
Yeah, it's like he took all the it was like $90,000 for like half the job. It was like
Wait.
$18,000 job. And then he ended up selling, like he ended up just calling up the cops, ended up just getting $8,000 for the job.
Nice.
You're telling
Connor?
me you stole from these people? Did you see the shit they had in your house? Are you really gonna arrest me for being a hero?
They had,
Right?
Yeah, you're a thief. You
the
bastard.
audacity of these fuckers. They demanded a Tesla charger.
But yeah, to me, the werewolves that are gnarled, scary, like their arms like drag on the ground for how big they are. Like that shit. That's a cool fucking werewolf.
There was one chick I watched. I was like, do you think Lupin's a werewolf? I don't know. Let's find out. And she like does the whole howling thing, and then like Lupin's like, stop, and it starts howling as well because I realized the howling doesn't show up on here. But it's just fucking funny. I laugh at my own jokes. I laugh at my own jokes on fucking Instagram. She's hilarious. I love her.
Erika, your turn.
Lich. Easy answer.
We
All
need
right.
more. Do we?
That is a monster.
That is
I
a
know,
monster.
but
A lich is a fucking monster, bitch. And you want to know why you should be terrified of it? It is literally
We know. We know. What liches are.
immortal, undead being that controls other undead.
Yeah, but I was thinking
It's
more
just-
along.
I have killed many a lich in many a game. Not as much as I've killed werewolf in many a game. So
Yeah.
Sorry, Connor,
It's still
fine,
a monster,
fine.
I'll
I'll change,
give
I'll
you
change
it.
my answer since you're not happy with that.
No,
bullshit.
no,
We're gonna
I don't mean
I'll
that.
change my answer because you're being a bit. It's a Hydra is my follow-up answer.
see, okay, I accept Hydra
Gender
over lich.
males.
What I'm trying to say is, I thought we were going with like monsters of like your old movie period, like that
Oh,
stuff.
which is a
That would
monster
be
of
like
the old
horror
movie.
film, fucking
Have
cinematic.
you not seen Evil Dead: Army of Darkness?
That's
No.
not an old.
The
That's not an
fucking
old.
lich.
That's
Dude,
not
that's
an old
fucking-
movie.
Dude,
That's not an
that's
old
pretty
movie.
old. Are you
Evil
kidding me?
Dead Army of Darkness
Army
came
of
out in the
Darkness?
80s.
Fucking old bitch.
Wait, it came out in the 80s?
Yes.
I thought it was the 90s.
No.
To be fair, the
It's
90s
like
was 30
1980.
years ago.
And
Yes.
fair enough.
I was born in the 80s.
Came out in 1992.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Erica,
but
real
still,
quick.
The 80s.
30.
Okay,
That was
Erica,
31 years ago.
Erica.
I know that intimately.
everyone shut up. Erica, let me be on your side for a second because
You were
this is gonna
just
bring up.
not on her side.
Yeah,
And then I
he's
said,
right.
let me be on her side. Anyway. Kyle recently showed me, he says, hey, you ever heard of the Disney movie that almost went like rated R? And I was like, and he mentioned it was an animated Disney movie called Black Cauldron, which
We own that.
is about a lich.
Yeah. It
And
also has that sexy wait, no, wait. What's the one where that squirrel's trying to bang the squirrel kid, and it's like a sexy squirrel?
That's a Sword in the Stone.
There it is.
I was about to say
I wanna
Baldur's
fuck- I
Gate
wanna
3.
fuck that squirrel, man.
actually, you know what, Erica?
Busted
You
nut.
are right, because if we do think about the whole ye old monster thing, when was D&D created?
The 70s.
Yes.
Because
Okay.
I actually just Googled it.
All right, you know what?
1975,
All right,
the
Erica,
liches were created.
All right, Erica, take it back. You're good.
To be
I
fair,
said
it was
you
all
could
based
have
off.
it.
Almost 50 fucking years ago.
All
To be
right.
fair, it was also based on Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. But I
Really?
do agree, though, that liches are scary monsters. But I mean, in my opinion, as long as you find the phylactery, you've got a chance.
Yeah, good luck finding the fucking phylactery, though.
Hey, or you could just, what Joe Star does, run away. Just run away.
Sorry, hang on. I'm just looking this back up. This right now. The first, ever point out of a lich in literature was in the 20s. So almost 100 years ago.
Incidentally, Phantom of the Opera is also a book from the 1920s that was actually from folk tales of a person of a haunt that was in the 1880s in a fucking French theater.
So what you could say is it's a really old piece of literature.
Okay, he got a genuine laugh out of that.
Shut the fuck up!
I was doing a fake laugh and it turned into a real giggle, so.
You're like, Ben's gonna say a pun, laugh. Actually, that was a good one.
That's pretty literature, that's pretty good.
I'm only laughing because Matt was laughing. I'm not laughing at Ben's
Fine,
shit.
since I got so much shit, how about a Hydra? Something that constantly keeps regrowing heads.
That one is a fucking scary ass monster when you think about it. It's
Unless you're
kind of-
Kratos.
Well, to be fair, it's still scary because I mean,
How about the fucking Jormungandr for a second?
The fuck is a Jormungandr?
It's the
Jormungandr.
fucking serpent.
is it
the-
Jormungandr or
serpent.
wait? How do you-
Jormungandr. It's
Sorry,
That's how I
Jormungandr.
pronounce it. I pronounce it somewhat like that. Jormungandr is what I say.
Jormungandr.
Sorry,
It's
the
the
Jormungandr,
world serpent.
Oh, yeah, okay,
Basically,
yeah. That's
it's
in God
one
of
of-
War too.
It's
Wait,
one of
you
Loki's.
played God of War. You should know it, Matt.
It's one
Like,
of
I
Loki's
remember
children.
what fucking Jagen, Heingman, fucking Schmitty, Werman, Jaegerman, Jensen.
He was
He
number
was
one. But no, he's the world serpent and one of Loki's children and one of the starts of Ragnarok. So he eats the world at the end.
I will say though, back to the Hydra bit real quick, Erika. Hilariously, in Greek myth, Heracles didn't even really like kill the Hydra. He defeated it, but only because he had to bury it under like a fuck ton of rubble to do it, because he couldn't kill it.
I just thought of
Sometimes you can't.
I
Heracles,
have to stop him. I have to stop him.
Do it.
You're reading the wrong Heracles story. He
Pretty
actually
sure I'm
killed
right.
the Hydra in the labors of Heracles. He cut its heads off and then cauterized all of the
Yeah.
wounds
Yep. If you
from
burn,
a chariot. You're thinking of the Disney version where he buried it under a fucking mountain of rubble.
Now, hold on. Are you talking about the Hercules or Heracles versions? Because there are two versions of his trials.
Yes.
There are two different types.
Hercules
Greek and
finally
Roman.
killed the creature by cauterizing the
Hercules
neck with the
and
burning
Heracles.
torch.
Because there's Greek
Now-
and Roman.
Now,
Yeah.
here's what I'm pissed about.
You gotta
I
go with
typed-
the real one.
I typed Heracles is the real one. Anyway, here's the worst part. I put Heracles. Did Heracles kill the Hydra? Google went, did Hercules? And I want to punch you, Google. Fuck you in
that's
the
when
ass.
you use DuckDuckGo or something else.
What the fuck is Duck Smitty Werman Jaeger?
Something you should look into.
DuckDuckGo is great because you don't have to like do the whole incognito mode. You could just delete all of your fucking history with a button.
Yeah.
Fuck
Well.
that, I own my history.
Regardless, but yeah, from what I read, Hercules cauterized the wound.
Hercules, covered in rock.
I'm getting my example from a gentleman on YouTube who does a lot of mythology research. Literally,
That one guy whose hair is always in his face.
mythology guy, yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as I've seen, he's a very credible source.
For fake made up shit.
But like I said,
I mean, there's classes for mythology. Come on.
I understand, but let's move on, Ben. What's your favorite monster?
My favorite monster is.
his ex-wife.
The green con.
Yep. Actually, yes. No.
Which
Which
one? Which one?
The green con's original, man. The blue one's
Oh no,
the
you
low
said the
calorie
green guy. I just said his ex-wife.
one. Oh. We're not talking about Satan. We already did.
Yeah. That fucking
Got him.
tainted shit. No. With regards to favorite monster, I would actually have to go a little bit more modern with the Cloverfield monster because
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad you said it, so now I could say something else. Okay. Cool. It's our modern day Godzilla for us, man.
not just that, but it's
Millennial
also
Godzilla's still fucking modern.
Bite
It's-
your tongue. Godzilla's
Godzilla's been
cooler.
around for fucking ever.
Yes,
Oh.
but the reason he made it is because J.J. Abrams went to Japan and saw all the fucking Godzilla shit, and he's like, man, we need our own like fucking monster.
the
You know,
thing.
I take my statement back. The modern day Godzilla is Ghidorah.
There you go.
Godzilla is from like 1954.
Yeah, after the atomic bomb, man. Oppenheimer is
The
why we
three-headed
have
dragon.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh,
Incidentally.
about Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
I
it's-
know you got
Oppenheimer,
fired.
That's a great.
We'll
fucking
talk about
story.
it later.
I'm still gonna see it, whether you want to go or not. If we can go or not, I'm gonna fucking
Dude,
still buy the tickets. I'm saying
If
that.
Dalton's not employed by the time that Oppenheimer's out, I'm buying the tickets for everybody.
That's not the case, but whatever.
But is it just in case?
That's our recorder bot.
Map, 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 map.
But
Okay,
no.
continue about Cloverfield. As
So-
I'm always I will fuck.
So the Cloverfield monster, with every single fucking monster movie that we've seen, or have some kind of horror movie that has this big fucking brainlet antagonist that's basically a fucking monster, you always have the typical sense of scale where they don't go much higher than some buildings, but they typically stick within humanoid kind of size ranges.
Yeah.
Like fucking Frankenstein's monster. You go to Underworld with the Lycans. You go to fucking just take your fucking pick. Even if you want to go with reptiles, be like, anacondas, which, that's fucking real as shit, but same shit. With Cloverfield, it basically took everything and flipped it on its fucking head with regards to sense of scale, starting with the baby being as big as fully grown ass kaiju.
Yeah. And we didn't even figure out how big it gets until they decided to make a third movie, and you wait till the very end to see the thing in the stratosphere.
And not even that, but they also took what the fuck, Connor?
Is another thing that Matt said that, like, I pictured it to be more funny. I pictured it, instead of it just, like, being so large it breaks like the clouds, it just did, like, a jump, like, whee! And it just popped up into the clouds.
And it still has a mustache because it's a werewolf, too.
American
Cloverfield with the handlebar, man. That's what's up.
American
Paras yelling basketball.
But no, so like, and not even that, but it fucks with the sense of scale so much, even with the fucking like the parasites and shit that drop off of it. Because when you're thinking of parasites, you're thinking of like little fucking badass looking things. Like maybe they're as big as coconut crabs from fucking Australia, which in its own right is fucking huge.
Those are huge.
In their own right, it's fucking huge. But no, instead you got some fucking greyhound bitches that are just jumping at you and latching onto you.
Yeah, but compared to Clovey, they're fleas.
Yes,
the dog
exactly.
or the bus?
The dog.
Okay.
Why is it the size of a greyhound? The bus?
Would you imagine? You sit there like a bus, a fucking parasite the size of a bus falls on you?
Well, no, that's no. Megalodon is what took out the Ocean Gate submersible. But no, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm
I thought it was
totally
King Triton
fucking
using it as a
kidding. I'm not a
fleshlight.
goddamn fucking brainlet. I know what happened. Okay.
My favorite joke, due to all the submarine stuff, was literally just said, the iceberg, when it sees it, got an assist for 5 kills.
Connor, the best one I've heard is I'd have to go and dig it up. It's a picture of King Triton from the old original Little Mermaid,
Oh no.
and he sees it and he's just like, fleshlight.
Actually,
Yeah, there's a picture of that where he's got the big bulge and he's like,
Actually, since we derailed a little bit, I'm gonna take a liberty with
A
this.
little bit.
we were
The
talking about
Titanic-
monsters.
The Titanic gets an overkill kill from the grave.
God
It
damn
does. It actually does.
Kill from the grave. Like
Overkill.
Back
But
on
no,
track.
so like, yeah, but no, with with the Cloverfield monster and everything, it really fucks with the sense of scale so much that it just kind of blows your fucking mind. Especially whenever you see the Cloverfield paradox, like the very end, you're just like, what?
Yeah, go to Podcast Talks. I found the meme.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. I'm scared.
He's got a shiny. He's shiny. That's a shiny boy.
See, what really happened was King Triton used it as a fleshlight, and that's how it imploded.
I'm saving this and I'm putting
No,
this.
King Triton, don't put that in there. There are humans in there.
Actually, Ben,
Hold on. I'm putting this
Actually,
meme. I'm putting
Ben.
this meme in my sister's Discord server, and if I get kicked, I don't care.
Ben, actually, it was a kill-tacular, not an overkill.
Or Killtacular, that's it. That's it. Because there was 5, not 4.
A killtacular with 5 kills from the grave.
Kill-tacular.
But yeah, Matt,
Thanks,
you
Echo.
said-
That's what I just said.
Matt, you said Black Creature of the Lagoon, but did you want
Creature from the Black Lagoon. He's green,
shit.
nigga.
The black.
His name is Gil, man. That is my favorite old-timey Hammer film. Universal monster. Like I said, I've only seen the black and white movie once, but just he's just designed well, man. It's such a I fucking love it.
And at the time, it was just like a crazy kind of whoa thing, you know?
Dude,
like
the movie, even the old movie, it's pretty much holds up, man.
Like-
I mean, they tried to do it with Shape of Water, where it's like, I'm gonna fuck this fish, and you're like, okay, all right, I could smell it more, but okay.
I mean, that's something that horror movies like. That's what makes horror movies sometimes or monster films just so great when you hit them with a. Wait, what? Like
Well, you gotta
at
have
that
a good-
time,
my other shout out to one of my favorite monsters. It's not so much newer, but it's like 2000s ish. But The Host, the Japanese movie The Host with that fucking fish thing.
Oh yeah,
Like, that was such a good creature, man. That was a solid movie. Like it made sense. Just like, oh, we dumped all these chemicals and all these fish combined to make this giant mutant thing that's like.
Yeah.
And then also Honey Boo Boo.
Oh my god.
That's what I've come back to.
Honey Boo Boo is a fucking kaiju in herself.
Fuck.
I got me a pit card from my scatty wrestling. Who
Not
was that? James Cameron.
Dude, her mom lost like a fuck ton of weight.
Yeah.
And she still looks like she's gonna try to eat a baby.
She probably has.
I've
Yeah,
got-
Gilman is one of my favorite monsters. Shout out to The Host. He was a good monster as well.
Gilbert Grape's mother.
Yeah, I was going to say Cloverfield, so I'm kind of glad Ben did that.
I just got back. You're gonna do her like that?
Well,
I'm not gonna do her at all. I can't find the hole.
He just burned her.
He said Honey Boo Boo when I came back. He said fucking Gilbert's great mom when he came back instantly.
That
One
movie's
thing-
still sad to me, bro.
One thing my mom and I do all the time is like I'll call her and be like, Mama, and she'll be like, Mama. Then her and I will do that for like 5 minutes. My dad looks at me, what the fuck's wrong?
You know what? I'm gonna call your mom right now and be like, oh, I'm the bad person for supposedly laughing at a dude in a wheelchair when you insult a retarded child.
A fake
to
retarded
be
child.
fair,
To be fair, she always insults a retarded child. She talks to you, doesn't she?
Connor, it's your funeral if you call her at 10 o'clock right now.
I do need to get going though. By the way,
Don't honestly call my mom at 10 o'clock.
I wanna.
Like he's
I-
going to.
Wait, you have to leave, Erica?
yeah.
But
Getting
you're
late.
not gonna hear about my growth.
Yeah, he's growing right now.
Yeah, it's about like 4
Nope.
inches.
I'll give you the cliff notes.
I was about to say I'll just listen to the rest of the podcast.
Yeah, the tumor on his back is getting progressively bigger. We're kind of worried.
A studio.
I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. I'm a
You
tumor.
wanna touch Pursuio's little head?
Studio.
I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor. I'm a tumor.
Thank you for
Oh,
joining
oh,
us,
oh.
Erica. We
Of course, I'm
are,
always happy to join.
we are always welcome to have you on, no matter what.
Always happy
We
to
are
be here.
always welcome to have you on.
You are always welcome to be on.
You are welcome to join us. The honor
English
is all
is-
yours that you have joined us today, and we welcome the fact that we welcome you.
I are English very great, not good.
Me
All right,
Kinda
don't
English is
shut
niche.
possible.
The kinda English is
Dalton's English is.
I speak gooder English than you.
Yeah, I unga, therefore I bunga.
Yeah. Fucking ooga booga ass fucking shade wearing fucking big ass having motherfucker.
Erica, you have a wonderful night.
You all
Later,
have a good one.
dude.
Take care.
Bye. Anyway, I like Connor's girlfriend's
Wait a
gone.
bitch! Aren't we glad to get rid of that bitch? Oh, what a bitch!
God damn it, bitch.
My favorite
Mr.
monster.
White.
No.
It's Mr. White, bitch.
Incidentally,
White bitch. Go
That-
back to being a fucking gym leader, bitch.
the job that I was at, there's a dude named Mr. White. Like Walter White. His name is Walter White. I look at him and like, Mr. White, bitch, and he's like, I've never seen the show.
I don't care.
Bitch. Bitch.
Bitch. I just look up somebody a bitch.
Driving out Camino, bitch.
Bitch. And then I just picture fucking Gus Fring just, you do not get any of Los Pollos Hermanos, Homelander.
He just walks out, adjusts his tie, and then
Because
dies.
he's running bot. I get ya. That's what you
Yeah.
did there.
That is a
You
cool.
put two universes together, though. I don't think he's seen either of the shows.
Gustavo Fring?
Yeah, he's the president of VOT in The Boy.
Yeah.
That's true.
Until he gets
Yeah.
arrested.
We are
Yeah.
not the same.
But I do always. I just enjoy the actor in general. That guy is like a cool fucking dude.
He was the
He's-
villain
he's-
from Far Cry 6.
He's one of those
Yeah.
that when he shows up in anything, he's gonna make it better.
Yep.
Yeah, like
He
in
was
my-
Moff
I
Gideon
know.
in fucking Mandalorian.
Yeah, I literally used his face when he come for that one scene where he's like, "You have something I want." And I put Jewish boys after they grow up.
God
Like
damn
if he
it.
came up, he was like, "You gonna cry? Shit, come." I'd have been like, "Oh fuck."
That was
I mean-
my favorite thing that I put on a video that Connor said.
I still like one of my favorite. Oh, the
YouTubers?
Far Cry 6. Yeah, the Far Cry 6 thing. He legit made like snub videos on YouTube, basically calling YouTubers out, saying, "Oh, you're gonna play Far Cry 6? You're gonna fucking suck at it." Like he called out YouTubers, bro. That shit was hilarious.
That shit sounds like your personal growth.
Ooh.
Also, his 4-inch penis.
That's also grown from 3.
It's
But it's
a
growing
4.
inverted.
It's a
Concave
4
Connor
and
rides
a
again.
1/4-inch penis.
Now it is late. Are you sure you guys are willing to hear me?
Dude, I am like so drunk at this point. I don't even know what's going on. Just go.
I'm
I
not
have
drunk.
Saturday and Sunday off, presumably. so
I don't.
long
I
as-
gotta work in the morning. I don't give a fuck.
I have to go
10
to Abilene with my dad tomorrow, so let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Well, so this chapter mainly harps on Matt for being a filthy drunk, druggy motherfucker. I'm kidding.
Dalton's the drunk one, though. Matt's just
I know.
nicely
I know.
buzzed.
I know. But yeah, it does make a mention of that made me think of you, but I'll get into it. Okay. So
That
chapter
is
3.
brown?
Yes. It says, don't be friends with brown people. They are doo-doo.
Yeah, we're doo-doo. I eat the poo-poo.
Eat that poo-poo.
Is
Anyway.
it because you and Connor did gay things?
Super.
Anyway.
Thanks for asking.
100%.
Rule 3 is make friends with people who want the best for you. Pretty good one.
You a piece of shit! I want you to die terribly.
Yeah, terribly die.
Now, he basically starts by saying, the town he grew up in was basically like a small kind of like nowhere place,
I know what that's like.
Yeah, exactly.
I think we all know what that's like.
Yep.
He also talks about on how it got to 40 below in Alberta when he was there. He literally said one time they had a cat that got outside and it literally froze. It didn't freeze to death, but it froze. Like it was literally frozen to the concrete and they had to like pick it up, put it near the fireplace and de-thaw it. And then he said after that, his cat had a noticeably more dour kind of attitude.
Because it realized, oh, fuck.
I would understand too.
Like, could you imagine just going outside and you flash freeze? Your pride would be hurt. Just
Also me. I'm gonna go to Antarctica, guys.
So yeah, and it basically ends by saying he even gave an example. He did this, which I don't feel like anyone's gone through this, but it said, then it's frozen too. Late one night going to visit a friend, I sat for 2 hours on the edge of a passenger seat in a 1970 Dodge Challenger, jammed up against the stick shift using a vodka-soaked rag to keep the inside of the front windshield clear in front of the driver because the car heater had quit. Stopping wasn't an option. There was nowhere to stop.
Actually, the blower motor on my fucking Suzuki died out, and so I kept fogging up the fucking windshield, and so I was constantly fucking wiping that shit down whenever I was getting to work.
Fuck your Suzuki.
It was good.
I hated that car with a passion when we were driving to the fucking DFW airport. And I was in the fucking sun, and Ben's like, I don't have air conditioning, and the sun's beating down upon my fucking asthmatic ass. And I'm sitting there going,
And
it
then
was terrible.
I rolled down the windows and I'm like, see, it's so much better, isn't it? No, it's not. Now I feel like I'm being punched.
I felt like the Jews in Dachau or fucking Auschwitz. With
Yeah, you were literally exactly like the Jews driving in a hot car.
Yeah, but it was like,
God damn
When
it.
they were there, they're like, man, I feel like asthmatic dude stuck in hot car. I don't know why we sound German right now, but we do.
well, they were German Jews, so it makes sense.
L'chaim.
L'chaim, gosh damn it. Anyway, so the next part is basically he talks about a friend. He just calls him Chris, not the real name, of course. But he talks about on how he's basically a very smart guy. He was inventive. He was an engineer. But he said
so he's
that,
an idiot then. I got it.
Anyway,
Engineers
it
are
basically
dumb.
said that he was a great person, but he always seemed very sad. And he said that it had something to do with his family. Told him, hell yeah, depression.
Oh yeah, I'm sad and smart. Let's go.
I'm straight up not having a good time.
I love that. Yeah, I'm
I'm-
straight up not having a good. Sorry, Ben. Go ahead.
I'm just straight, but whatever.
No, you're not. You gotta be gay for the rest of the crew.
Fuck
Be
no.
gay.
Fuck
Suck
no.
Connor's dick.
No.
Anyway,
Matt
So-
did it
No,
already.
It's not a lot of dicks. It's not like you're gonna be really gay about it. It's gonna be like a quarter gay. It'll be
he
fun.
does mention. he does mention, Chris, despite his intelligence and curiosity, he was angry, resentful, and without hope. And a hilarious fact, he had a truck, and he had the perfect bumper sticker for his nihilism. Be alert. The world needs more alerts.
Yeah.
I'm an alert.
Mm-hmm.
I attribute to the Amber Alert quite often.
So, go ahead.
No, he's saying he abducts children.
Oh, I can't even fucking register what I said.
I didn't. Please repeat yourself.
I said I contribute to the Amber Alert quite often, and you're just like, what?
Jesus Christ.
Well, no, Connor fucking. I caught
You
that
said
stuff,
what?
like-
And Connor's like, I don't know what you said.
That just reminds me of someone said something about stealing something from someone. It says, I want to send a text back to them that says, don't bother calling in an Amber Alert. You're not getting it back. And I was like, if a parent received that message from someone, that'd be the worst fucking feeling ever.
That's like, track this text message. All right, bet, let's go.
Shit. Anyway. He did mention, of course, that he feels like maybe one of the things that put him there was, fractured family, something like that. He also does mention, and this is what made me think of Matt, of course, I apologize. It was also the case in Chris's situation that did not appear particularly improved by their discovery of marijuana. Marijuana isn't bad for everyone any more than alcohol is bad for everyone. Sometimes it even appears to improve people. But in the case of the two we're talking about here, it did not improve them.
Okay.
Now, that's about it. Now it goes a bit more into kind of just him saying, okay, so, we all graduated. We all wanted to get the fuck out of the town because it was just a sleepy-ass town. We didn't want to stay there.
I miss sleepy-ass towns. That's why I moved to Burnett.
That's fair. I mean, I do appreciate small towns. What does San Angelo count as? A city? I can't remember.
Yeah. It is counted as a town, I believe. Continue, and I'll tell you in a second.
Yeah. Anyway, so then he talks about on how parties were one of the worst fucking things ever. Because he mentions teenage parties are absolute shit, and it just felt more like a depressed gathering of kids who just wanted to waste their life. He also apparently said one time a dude literally pulled out a fully loaded 12-gauge shotgun. Which, wow, now it's a party.
Hell yeah.
Which I thought about,
Sounds like a Slayton reunion.
Sounds like a party that I've been to.
Incidentally, Connor, never mind, continue. I was in the wrong one.
Okay, you're fine. So, again, he kind of just talks about, okay, I went to college, I did this, da-da-da-da-da, I got, I did my thing, I felt better. Dalton?
No, keep going, I'm
okay. Okay. And, it's kind of hard to talk about a lot of things. Apparently, one of the biggest things he ever did was, he bought an upright Yamaha piano.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Dude, I actually learned to play piano on upright Yamaha piano. Incidentally, San Angelo would be counted as a large town.
Yeah. So this is the next part where basically he was talking about when he was living with his then girlfriend, now wife, that he had heard his old friends from his old town had come back into town or come into the city where they were at. And he was like, oh, okay, let's invite them over, which they did. But to quote, he was accompanied by a friend. It was his friend I really remember. He was spaced, he was baked, he was stoned out of his gourd. His head in our nice civilized apartment did not easily occupy the same universe.
Okay.
So yeah. It also said, his friend looked upwards and said, my particles are scattered all over the ceiling, he managed. Truer words were never spoken.
That's from the shotgun, or?
No, it's from the weed. From the weed, we're at a different point, sorry. Anyway, so basically, he ended up taking his friend aside and said, you should not have brought that motherfucker along. And even his friend was like, yeah. So at that point, he then posits, why would he keep a friend like that then, who literally just only spends his time smoking weed and doing nothing? Why would he keep it?
Right.
And of course he does
keep it.
Yeah. Sorry, I was skimming through.
Oh,
to figure
is
out
there
where
an
I'm at.
answer? I mean, you asked us, why?
No. It's just the kind of thing. So he does talk about it or whatever, and again, he asked the questions like, what brought him to that point? Was it the marijuana? Was it the bad relationship? What was it? Or was it the friends he had? And basically at a point, he also talks about, why is it that some people go to that state instead of, just getting better? Again, he posits maybe it's the friends you're with.
Also just easier and a lot cheaper and faster to change your mindset with the substance than actually dig deep and deal with your own madness.
He does mention that too. He also talks about
Matt just knows from first-person experience.
This person basically, or this bit basically says rescuing the damned, and he basically talks about the situation of, you ever see someone who's in a worse position than you, like in any sort of way? Think about just any.
I see 3 of them. Well, Matt's
we're all employed. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I still get paid no matter what. It don't matter.
Anyway, so he does talk about, you can always, help people out, which is fine. It basically says, sometimes it's because they want to rescue someone. This is more typical of young people, although the impetuous still exist among older folks who are too agreeable. And I do get it. You do want to help out someone and be nice, right? There are some people who want to do that. But there's also people out there who want to do it for their own benefit.
Yep.
Whatever it could be. And then he mentions about a Russian author by the name of Fyodor Dostoevsky. I can't believe I said that.
Hell yeah.
Correctly. He talks about a book called Notes from the Underground, which literally begins with such a wonderfully optimistic line. I am a sick man. I am a spiteful man. I am an unattractive man. I believe my liver is diseased.
Sounds like me.
Don't you just want to give that man a hug?
Not really. I don't like hugging people.
Anything. So basically, in the story, he ends up meeting a person named Lisa, who's basically just a prostitute, right at the bottom.
Sounds like my kind of girl.
Basically, he decides that he wants to bring her to his place and try to turn her life around. He promises her, a better way, which she takes. She's like, really? Oh, okay, I'll come over. And of course, further on, he even sits there for a bit and starts thinking about all the good things that'll happen after he's done it, which is just a whole lot of fucking narcissism if you think about it.
Yeah.
That is very narcissistic of you.
You
okay,
good,
dude?
You good?
I am slightly inebriated. Continue.
All right. So, she finally shows up and she basically asks, I want to leave the life I'm in. And then he literally just fucking roasts. He doesn't roast her, but he basically hits her with reality. He's like, why'd you come to me? Just because I said I'd help you? And he basically said, I just did it so I could feel good. I'm miserable. But lying to you and basically telling you about this makes me feel better. It basically just says, that you were just imagining things. You're kind of useless and you're still going to be useless. That girl's just fucking not... She's not having a good time, yo.
She's not vibing with that, no.
Yeah.
I wouldn't vibe with that either.
Yeah, he's being mean.
Calling her out for shit. Continue.
I do like this bit, though, he mentions after talking about him. Something within him was aiming at this all along, and he knows that too. But a villain who despairs of his villainy has not become a hero. A hero is something positive, not just the absence of evil. Which I like.
Yep.
I feel like too good of a person can actually do more harm than good.
Yeah.
Well,
See,
the road to hell is
just because
paved with
Mangala wasn't allowed to do his experiments, he's not a hero. He just wasn't able to, and he drowned in a fucking potato farm.
Dr. Mangala! You mean the guy who's fucking, experimented on twins and shit?
Yeah.
Now,
But, however, because of Dr. Mangala, we actually do have a higher understanding of science and medical fact.
Well, everything with that's something for another podcast. That's for another podcast.
Let's go World War II deep dive!
Fuck yes, I'm
Let's
down.
do a World War I deep dive. I'm down.
I'm also down.
Connor, continue, my friend.
add it to the list. Anyway, so he does, of course, mention on how people are like, but what if I want to help? Okay, sure, if you want to help, great, but what if your attempts to help them either bring them or you ruin? And he gives an example by saying, let's say a team leader decides to bring on someone who's lazy, unmotivated, bad at the job.
and he brings them into the job of like a whole team that can like do their job perfectly. At that point, a bunch of people are basically working, doing more stuff, but they're doing the backbreaking stuff while the person who's fucking up is just passing by. He gets paid the same and gets all the stuff for doing not much else.
Are you about to say what's something I've been saying for a good long while?
What's that?
Is that you can help people all you want, but it's never gonna generally help them. Is you gotta step back and let them help themselves because they won't listen to you anyway.
I mean, there are some cases where you can and it does help, but for the most part,
Literally,
all you can do is just give them advice.
Well, like
You can take a drug addict to rehab as many times as you want, but the moment they get out, if they want to do drugs again, they're gonna find a way to do it.
they have to want the rehab.
Here's the
You
problem.
have to want to get better.
For a longest time, I've tried to give advice to everyone, and then nobody ever fucking listens to my advice, and then they end up doing what I say anyway later. Like, Connor over here is listening to a fucking book when I've been saying the same shit for fucking 20 years. Ben should have fucking listened to me years ago, but nah, he wasn't gonna listen to me.
You're just gonna ride that bitch.
I'm not just saying just you. It's not just a you thing. It's like it generally happens a lot. Like as Connor was talking about helping people, is I've generally helped quite a few people. Like there are people who decided suicide wasn't the option and maybe living is a better idea. Like I've done that and I've helped that. But a lot of the times I've discovered that literally stepping back and letting people discover their own shit is honestly the best way to help them.
And Matt did say
Connor has found his own way and has found his own shit by himself, even though we've been saying the same shit for years.
oh yeah, Matt did also help with the whole you can give advice, that's fine.
Yeah, I give advice all the time. Don't listen to him.
They don't have to.
It's
I mean,
true.
if you're giving advice just so you can get credit for like I helped him,
I don't
then-
I don't really care for the credit, honestly. It's just not what it is. It's just that I give fairly good advice. It's just that nobody ever listens to it is the problem that gets to me. It's like you would not have to be suffering right now.
I do find this little bit funny because it kind of calls out alcoholics and Ben mildly. I'm sorry.
But
Basically, it says, it's kind of just a comparison thing. He says, your raging alcoholism makes my binge drinking appear trivial. My long, serious talks with you about your badly failing marriage convince both of us that you are doing everything possible and that I am helping you to my utmost. It looks like effort. It looks like progress. But real improvement would require far more from both of you. And then, of course, he finishes with, are you so sure the person crying out to be saved has not decided 1,000 times to accept his lot of pointless and worsening suffering? Are you enabling...
I know a lot of people like that.
That sounds just like Ben.
They're fine with not getting better. All they want is like, look, this is what I like, man. I'm gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna fuck.
That one isn't.
I already
Ben
gave up.
generally
I already
works
gave
better.
up.
Yeah.
Ben
Ben
wants
worked-
better and he doesn't give up.
That's what
So
I mean.
there's that.
Ben worked to make it better. He did. But the
And he's
problem
still
is-
working to make it better.
Yeah, that's the thing. He did great. He's doing great. The problem is, the other side isn't.
The other side's a cunt. Let's
that's a
continue.
bitch.
I like cunt better. It works.
Not very crunch.
Now, of course,
I love that word.
Now, he did. I forgot about this. He's talking a bit about the whole, like, people who just, like, give up or whatever. And he does this. As the infamous father of the Simpson clan puts it, immediately prior to downing a jar of mayonnaise and vodka, that's a problem for future Homer. Man, I don't envy that guy.
That's fucked. I would never do that to myself, but I have.
That does actually remind me of that one meme. That was a problem for future me, and now it's future me. Anyway.
Also past me. I'm gonna drink all this and eat all this terrible shit. That's a problem for future me. Future me. I am fucking 330 pounds. I need to lose weight.
Yeah. He does also mention kind of on how sometimes like friends decide or people get with people who like are in the same boat as them in a way of saying. Like instead of going for a friend who's like, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. It's basically you go for people that mirror your attitude and stuff, if that makes sense.
I mean, to be fair, we all have different attitudes about life.
No, yeah, we're different, but I'm just saying there would be an underlining thing that hit both that we connected with.
The three of us is dark humor for sure.
Sadness.
I mean, I'm generally not as sad as I used to be.
No, yeah, neither am I.
Depressed.
Neither am I. Yeah,
So,
we do great.
but that was also when Connor and I met. We were we were kids. We were like in 6th grade. We were just generally nice kids and trying to hold open a door. That's how we met. We were arguing over who held open a door for the 6th grade assembly, and we just held the door and became friends.
Now, he does mention this to what I said earlier to Matt. You know, the person has to want the help to get better. Because he even says for like psychology stuff, I've had court mandated psychotherapy clients. They did not want my help. They were forced to seek it. It did not work. It was a travesty. So yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like seeing the thing.
No, you good, bud.
So yeah. This one's shorter than the rest of them. I think we're just taking a little bit longer because we got into... Dalton, you good?
I've been doing that all night and you just noticed it.
Okay. Now, of course...
Dalton's gone, y'all.
Yeah, I guess.
I am not. I am still here. I'm just here.
Yeah. It does start with, here's something to consider.
Sounds like a drunk. Just eating my microphone while my friends talk about being better.
I didn't eat the microphone. I'm eating the thing around the microphone.
I'm just eating on a microphone.
So
Ben's like, hey, don't get close to the microphone. Also, Ben, don't get close to...
Don't whiz on the electric fence.
Baby, lock them doors and turn the lights down low.
Every day it's getting better. Please don't put your penis in a toaster. Anyway, here's something to consider. If you have a friend whose friendship you wouldn't recommend to your sister, your father, or your son, why would you have that friend yourself?
To be fair,
they give me drugs and I get to get high around everybody.
God damn it.
That's why I hang out with them.
My dad is super conservative and most of my friends aren't, so...
He then says, you might say out of loyalty. Well, loyalty is not identical to stupidity, which I like.
To be fair, every single person in this chat right now is such a good friend of mine that they are considered an uncle to my kids.
Oh, I don't even call them
your
friends
uncle?
anymore. They're my uncles.
Yeah, the uncle
to my kids.
You
We're
said
the
that
uncle. We're the uncle that diddled Ben.
What the shit?
Diddle and piddle. You remember how you used to stretch your fucking foreskin open and scribble in it?
Jesus!
Ben, you remember the time that you got panda eyes? Oh wait, that was me. Never mind.
Can we stop?
Yeah, you see, like the bags under my eyes, it's scar tissue.
I swear this.
That I wish you saw. I saw a girl in the sky lit brown.
Loyalty must be negotiated fairly and honestly. Friendship is a reciprocal arrangement. You are not morally obliged to support someone who is making the world a worse place. Which is the line I really like.
That's where you cut them off because
I feel like
it's negativity.
We make the world a good place, my friend.
You should choose people who want things to be better. It's a good thing, not a selfish thing to choose people who are good for you. And of course, he kind of says the usual stuff you would expect. If you surround yourself with people who want the best for you, you'll start to get better. Because they won't tolerate you for, being half-assed and quitting. They'll want you to do better.
To be fair, we've wanted you to be better for 20 years, but,
That's also why it's... Like with AA and all that, you have an accountability partner. Someone that isn't going to enable you when they see you doing wrong. You call them out like, that's fucked up. This is the exact stuff you're not supposed to be doing. That's why you're staying in this fucking shitty position. Because you keep repeating the same dumb shit over and over.
Yeah.
It's like all the fucking shit that we say to each other.
I do like this paragraph. I will read it and it'll be the finish. It is for this reason that every good example is a faithful challenge, and every hero a judge. Michelangelo's great perfect marble David cries out to its observer, you could be more than you are. When you dare aspire upward, you reveal the inadequacy of the present and the promise of the future. Then you disturb others in the depths of their souls, where they understand that their cynicism and immobility are unjustifiable. You play Abel to their Cain. You remind them that they ceased caring not because of life's horrors, which are undeniable,
but because they did not want to lift the world up on their shoulders where it belongs. And a good story. And, and then he, of course, finishes, have some humility, have some courage, use your judgment, make friends with people who want the best for you.
Fuck yeah.
I have spent a majority of my life helping everyone else around me and not focusing too much on myself. To the point that as I got to where I am today, I don't know who I am. It's taken me a good while to understand who I am as a person and what I want and all that stuff. I wanted to be a little selfish for once and try to understand my needs. Mm-hmm. But I spent my whole life helping everyone, including family, including friends, and people that did not generally give a fuck about me, because after I helped, I was useless to them. They threw me to the side.
Funny. I have two things to say real quick. One, Dalton, from the angle you had, you looked like a fisherman on a dock about to tell the protagonist about the cursed island.
Anyway, so the cursed island over there. Is you don't want to go there because you may get killed by the herpes.
What?
That's a terrible thing to die by. So you know.
And secondly, when you started talking about your thing, I was about to pull the one dude from Rogue One. We stand and miss my achievement, not yours.
It's when I was in high school, I constantly got calls from people in the middle of the night being like, I want to commit suicide, and then I'd talk him out of it, and then it would happen quite often, and it got to the point that I never fucking slept because these people kept calling me, and I got to the point that I was really kind of an insomniac anyway, but I generally was helping people more than I was helping myself. And I was getting to the point that I was ragged. I fucking barely could think. I was getting fucked up. In fact, y'all remember me in high school.
Yeah.
I generally was having problems, and it was because I was helping everybody else with theirs. And as I got older, I discovered that helping people with their problems, cool, I get it, but what does it take on that burden? You take their strength too. So the strength that they would have learned from learning on this problem is the strength that they would have learned. They lose that, you gain that strength. And it's it makes me stronger, but it makes them weaker.
To kind of bring it all the way back to South Park again, there's this episode where it's the one that's got a Steven Seagal and shit in it, where they're safe space, and they don't want. So I put this picture on the internet where I was ripped, and I thought everyone would be stoked on me, but they started calling me Fetty Boom Boom, and they weren't stoked. So they all start making Butters sift through all the bad comments and give them only the good comments, to where Butters ends up in the hospital because Demi Lovato and all of them start they all use Butters to filter their shit. And then at the, because it's also charity, Randy keeps going to Whole Foods, and every time he's like, oh, so do you want to donate money to children? No, I don't. Okay, well then just pull the sandwich out of the girl's mouth and tell her she's not going to college. It's really in there. Yeah, she's pretty hungry.
Don't mind if I do.
And then at the end, they end up starting a thing where it gives African children iPads so they can filter out all the bad shit, and you get only just the good comments.
So, KOTOR 2, Connor hates this character, Kreia, but Kreia goes through and she tells you that basically, if you make a dark side decision, she tells you that you're being dumb. If you make a light side decision, you're being dumb. It's basically you have to wait and find the right decision to make the actual ripples that you want to make. So it's you have to sit and kind of see, realize what you're trying to say. So when it comes down to it, is you have to sit back and look at people and see if it's actually worth helping them. Because if I was to literally grab Connor by the neck and then drag him to this point that he is right now, it would not be the same as if he did it himself. Yeah. Because it would be
you forced him there, and he lost the journey of making the steps himself.
Yeah, and it's homeless people the same way in a lot of the cases. Not all the cases, because there's a lot of cases that it's mental illness and stuff, but it's people who just generally just gave up. It's helping them is not going to help them. Helping them, giving them money, them generally just deciding they don't want to live like that anymore and doing better, that will help them. But it's hard to distinguish between the two. Yeah. But it's you have to find the right thread, the right ripple to pull to be able to actually make change.
Humorously, he did mention, I didn't say it, but he does mention if you're going to help someone, first find the exact thing they need help with before you go saying any or doing anything. Like, figure out the situation, you know? Like, do they want to be helped? Is it something small? Is it something massive? Shit like that.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that was chapter 3. Next chapter is compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today.
There you go.
Yeah.
And book closed.
All right, good. Sign us out. It's been 3 hours.
Yeah, it has.
God damn. This is gonna be a pain in the dick.
I
Dude,
have
once you cut out all the and it's going to be like an hour and a
Son
half.
of a bitch!
Yeah, but when you cut it out, it'll be a lot shorter.
Oh my god.
Connor, Ben, you both have to say it at least like right now, so Ben can just cut this whole section out.
Repeat that?
Say
Never mind.
right now so you can edit it all out.
No. No.
Okay.
This is a bond. This is like the sewer child train.
Say the Canadian version. Hoosiers apologize to children.
Sorry.
Hey,
Oh, sorry, I'm raping you there, bud.
Sorry,
But, you know,
raping you,
it's the thing that I like.
Ben, sign us
Alright.
out.
So if you got any questions, comments, concerns, bitches, gripes, complaints, and hits on momentumwars@gmail.com on the offhand chances you want to partake in the growth of this podcast, then you can hit us up on our Spotify link. It's our support thing. There's a it's in the about section of all the places where we have our podcast up. And the link is pronounced as this: https://podcasters at spotify.com//show-memento/more/support. And also, just a little fun factoid here: we still have a 5-star rating on fucking Spotify, something that multi-million subscriber podcasts don't fucking have.
To be fair, we only have like 4 fans.
Actually, no, we have like 80 dedicated followers and like 160 people that listen to our shit but don't follow, and we got 15 ratings, all 5 stars. So
And I love them, and they're fantastic, and then
yeah.
suck all of their dicks.
so
Yeah, we'll suck all your dicks and eat your vagina dicks too.
And like your pussies.
So, if you want some analog art pieces, the pieces are easy stalls from a Spick of All Trades and Master of One, then hit up the Technicolor Dreamcoat over here, Matthew Lee Buendia.
I know.
Technicolor.
Technicolor. But hit him up on Instagram. His handle is Nosferatu. That's Nos the energy drink, fur is a fur, and a dude is in a fucking dude. You will see a portfolio of his body of work, and it is fan-fucking-tastic. You want some fucking voice acting props over here? Connor Edward Gary Impey. He will get you set up right. If you want to fucking buy some merch off of us, then hit us up on our email, and we will set you up with some good shit. I'm actually rocking the fucking beanie right now, even though you can't tell because I'm
Dark as fuck there.
I'm
Yeah,
dark.
turn on your.
I'm wearing the beanie too.
Yeah, I'm dark and broody
Can't
and all.
see any of
edgy
your
and shit.
beanies.
You
Yeah.
can see the blue on mine.
Turn
No,
on
you
a
can't.
turn on a light.
Don't turn the light. Just sign us out. Come on.
But anyways,
There you go.
we are on Twitter at Momentum Wars. We are on Facebook with 257 members on our group page. We are on Rumble. We are on YouTube. We are on fucking iHeartRadio. We are on pretty much anywhere. Google's, Apple, everywhere. Just fucking check us out. Hit us up. You might cringe. You might laugh. Something's gonna happen. I guarantee it.
You will cringe. You will. We love you for it. You will be.
Fall asleep. Don't fall asleep.
On that note, I shall bid thee adieu.
Why do you end it in French? I hate it.
I'm part French, bastard.
Because the
Jupiter.
French suck.
You suck.
All right,
He
fuck
could
it.
end it. He could end it in British. Oh, I'll goodbye. You get the fuck out of my house.
That's the worst one. Why would you end it in
We're trying to
British?
end, in it.